Star.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Jenny Monday Club. It's great to have you aboard and I hope you are doing okay in this cabin fever ridden period that we all find ourselves in. Oh gosh, I'm getting so excited. So let's take a look at your comments. I finally managed to slap the cupboard monkey off trying to update the software today.
I didn't update it, I just moved all the cameras around and tried to make it bigger.
Yeah, she just tried to say, oh, I can improve it with 5 minutes to go. So let's get it.
25 minutes. I spent 25 minutes messing about.
Just stop messing about. Right. Apparently, does that?
Yeah, everything's fine. What's wrong, sorry?
You have just managed to confuse me. Bluegrass Rail fan.
To be honest with you, that's not hard.
Let me speak.
She's terrible, you know.
Bluegrass Rail fan says, hi Jenny, like button already smashed. And that's right, don't forget to click the like button and share the stream as well. Let everybody else know that we are live and dangerous and all are welcome to Jenny Monday Club. And also today, I want to be able to give a big shout out to any retailers that you know of that are still doing mail order in these difficult times. Let's give them a big up and let everybody else know that they're still available to buy from mail order. So I'll kick you off. Rails of Sheffield, Hattons, Kernow Model Centre and local boy Tim at Arcadia in Shore. Check out their websites and you can still order mail order from all of those. So do support your local model shops if they too are doing mail order. I know quite a few of the other businesses like DCC Concepts, 247 Developments, Enwins 3D, whole bunch of different companies, Train-O-Matic as well, all still doing mail order through these difficult times. So Jamie Smith says, yes, me too, like smashed. Excellent. Bluegrass Rail fan says, one does not merely press the like button. No, one smashes it. Right, I need to...
Wow, that was loud.
Was it?
Right in my ear.
Oh, good. Did you have that held up to your ear for some reason of strangeness?
No.
Yes, strange child. Strange child. Right, I need to get some trains running. So, bish, bash, bosh, boosh. And yay, it works. Right, I need to, for some reason, I can't seem to work out on this how to get it to not just keep offering the same 4 locomotives that I haven't had on the track for ages every time I turn it on at the wall, so to speak. So let's get that one running. And 5218, let's get that one running too. They also be going in the same direction. There must be one going the other way. Yes, look at 5054, bish, bash, bosh, and boom. Oh, that's a bit quick.
Choo choo.
No, cupboard monkey, they do not go choo choo. Can't get the staff, can you? Anfield Road layout in the loft, hi to you. Saw you actually in the Cupboard Monkey stream earlier on. Minnie Wistaston Junction, hello to you. Huntsheath Model Railway, evening to you. James Pett says, I approve of things that work, you and me both. Patrick Lynn, what are we talking about today? Well, I thought the best thing that we could be possibly doing is to give local retailers who are still doing mail order as we speak, give them a big up. Let people know who is still taking orders, because I think they need our business now more than any other time. We can't afford to let the local model shops slide under because people just don't know that they're still available to do mail orders. So if you know of a local model shop, and it doesn't even have to be in the UK, anywhere around the globe that is still doing mail order and helping to keep the hobby alive, let's help and keep them going in this greatest time of need. Chris Whittingham, hi Jenny, Zoe and all, hope all are well. Yes, we are. Combat Bunny, hi to you. FMR Station House, good evening all. Growler Blackwood Engage Layout, evening Jenny and all the Monday Clubbers. Boom! How are the t-shirts going?
They seem to be going all right.
Are they actually, is it actually up and live now?
It was up and live yesterday.
So people can actually buy the Jenny Monday Club t-shirt. We've finally got our first t-shirt design. And course, just come on, get off the hook. Jenny Monday Club merchandise. There's the mug, available in a whole host of different colours, and I know quite a few of you have got yourselves one of these. Let me just put it back on the out of sight hook where it can be kept nice and safe. Let's have a look at some more of your comments. J94, hi to you. Detta Lassa, hi from Sweden. Oh yes, that's where Stefan Nilsson, who you may well know as the editor of, I need to take a run up here, and
Model Vox magazine.
Model Vox Magazinette is how I pronounce it. Stefan sort of like went, oh, that is close, but not quite right.
Yeah.
I'm sure you.
Your problem is you pronounce Swedish with a German accent.
I do actually. Huey's train layout.
The train design that we've got on our t-shirts, my railway, my rules, with my artwork on it. So Jen's favourite as well. Jen's favourite logo on there. So there we go. That's the best I can do right now because she won't let me fiddle with the screen anymore.
Oh, don't you
She
dare.
tells me that
yeah,
I will
don't
break it
you
and
dare.
then she'll cry. And
Yeah,
she probably will.
Yes, I will. Don Cragen, hi to you from. You're in lockdown San Jose.
Do you know the way?
Apparently they do. Anea Oriti 12. Gosh, it's a bit hard to get my mouth around. Hi to you, Ian Ryan, Adi Pullen. Good to have you. Ian Ryan says, good evening all from a sunny Peterlee, and it is sunny this time. Yes, the weather is spiting us all. It's really nice weather. But remember, you don't go out unless it's for essential activities. And essential activities does not include because you feel like it or the sun's shining. So we're all under lockdown.
Talking about essential activities, Jen won't let me make a cellar.
No,
we were talking about it yesterday. She won't let me dig a cellar.
I'm not letting the cupboard monkey make our house structurally unsound. No.
What about if I dug outside in the garden, dug down and made a bunker?
In the garden,
an underground bunker.
Maybe.
Yes,
James.
You heard it here first. She's going to let me do it. Yes.
Cupboard monkey, will you shut up? Will you stop the flappy pie?
I'm going away now. I'm going to go and play Doctor Who.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to read out. The nice people are telling me which mail order emporiums are still out. This is important.
I'm going to go
business.
and plan the bunker. That's going to have a.
Stop knocking into the microphone. We are going to get a proper sprung-loaded microphone holder so that it doesn't actually make a racket every time the cupboard monkey blunders past it up and down the stairs.
I'm going to plan the bunker that's going to have a replica of the TARDIS console in it.
Yeah, okay. James Pett, see you later. James Pett says, I approve of mail order. Fox transfers and Railtech transfers are still going. Good to know. Adi Pullen says, thanks for watching my video yesterday. Sorry I could not comment. My new pills for my feet are knocking me. Sorry, thanks again. Oh, you need to take care. You take really good care of yourself. And for anybody who's wondering, today's beverage of choice is actually what was yesterday's beverage of choice. But I can actually easily show you now. So this is what is slipping and sliding down the hatch. Ooh, that's quite nice. So let's get some of the alternative angles up. Ah, come on, don't break in the first 30 seconds. It's having a laugh, everybody. It's having a laugh. Oh, come on. Just give me a moment. It really is having a laugh here, people. Just one moment. Right. So that should mean there we are, that one's working. So I'm just trying to reset some of the cameras. Right, that's supposed to work. But we're having a lot of problems with OBS. The BS is quite apt. There we go. It's getting some of the other angles. Really struggling with... yeah, Robert Wood has, hi Jenny and Zoe, finally workout chat. I've hit the button. Thank you very much. Welcome aboard, everybody. Let's have a look. Bluegrass Rail fan. I think 2 of my local model shops in Louisville, or is it Louisville, are doing curbside pickup. You call ahead and ask about particular items you want. Gamehammer Classic Gaming just posted t-shirts and mugs available from the Teespring shop. James Pets Spur shop in the Netherlands selling self-assembly electronic kits is still going. Phoenix Precision Rail Match as well. Bob Patterson says Heidi hi, Heidi ho, Heidi hi campers. Oh. James Pets Dingo servo mounts also still going. Ewood Railway, there are 2 shops in Lincoln, both brilliant but unsure if they're still delivering. David Watts, hi to everyone, 119 watching, 43 likes. I know. And also don't forget to share this video, let other people know that we're up and running. I have seen some of you actually are complete stars. I've seen a notification turning up on some of the Facebook groups, so thank you very much for that. Anea Oriti 12 says, how is the power on the layout? Well, we've got 4 trains running and we're only drawing 0.34 amps out of an available 5. So that's pretty good going. Robert Becking says, Kerno Model Rail Centre. I knew that they were still up and running. James Pett says, British Fine Scale Code 40 N-gauge track is still going. Code 40, gosh, that is quite slender. Ham Shackleton says, I would love to support the model shops that are still open and working, but my wallet says no chance. I know there's quite a few people really struggling at the moment. So yeah, we live through very difficult times. And I know from myself, it is a struggle. I'm lucky enough, and I'm very grateful for the fact that my day job is an essential job. I mastermind the groupage and I don't know what they call it, the hub distribution of food for Asda, chilled and frozen food, a little bit of ambient, and I must say, I was talking actually with some of the managers at one of the places that we deal with in Normanton near Leeds. And what everybody actually said was like, actually, we're really, it comes to something when you're actually really happy to come to work because it gets you out of the house. So I know a lot of people are getting stir crazy. I know a lot of people, cabin fever is kicking in, and you have my utmost sympathy because, somebody like me, quite creative, I just want to nip out to shops and get things to be able to build stuff. And it is so difficult, even with weir yard that you see around me up here. And let's change the angle. Let's get some more angles going on. Ah, come on! You were working a moment ago. So let's try this angle. At some point there'll be a train round. This is the roving camera. It's not the best of angles. Hello. But it actually shows off the angle of the dangle, the gradient that comes up here. Yeah, it looks quite steep at that angle. So here comes the train. It's interesting because it looks like it's going to come through on this line over here, but of course it isn't. It's just the angle of the camera. I'm not sure that angle's as good as the one that we had yesterday, but let's persevere. Not sure actually. No, I'm going to move that camera actually in a bit. So let's go to. See that camera's back up and running, and now I've disappeared. Right, Jenny, you should be wearing the merchandise, says Leslie Gilpin. Yes, technically true, but as they only went live yesterday, we're still waiting for delivery. Bluegrass Rail fan, FMR Station House, running trains mostly. Oh, sorry, I am talking to each other there, no worries. Minnie with Stuston Junction, we're doing the big hellos. Tony Wright, hi to you. Ewood Railway, just painted and weathered. Will's trunking and line-side boxes. Well impressed. We'll be uploading a video soon. Yeah, there's some really great products for detailing. I did do a video about detailing the... I built the signal box down. Pico sent over the signal box. Let me just... if I sound like I've got very close to the microphone, it's because I have. I'm trying to move a camera and just see if I can... Let's see if we can get that into a different location. So, there we go. Let me just move that around just a little bit. Maybe further back. No, I think over there was better. Let's leave that there. I think the train's going to hit it there. Just going to move that around. Let's see. I just want to see actually if the... Sorry there, I just banged the microphone. Will the train hit it? Sort of, just. I think it's pushed it out of the way. So let's leave it at that. Good evening everyone, says Kevin George. Hi to you. Ben Tullett, hi to you. It's great, we've got so many people and it's great to see you all. O O'Neill, hi to you. Bluegrass Rail fan. I get a vacation from work. I'm in grocery / retail. Sun's out and we get our current situation that we're all in. I know, it's just unreal, isn't it? But, you know, it's something we all have to get through. But I know certainly round here, the stupid are still going out and causing a nuisance of themselves. Ah, come on. I had that camera working a moment ago. So, yeah, that looks like it's not. Is that actually, let me just... I think the cupboard monkey has, let me just, yes. Now just, the cupboard monkey's been messing about basically, so let me just try and get that to fit. Yeah, the cupboard monkey was messing about and unfortunately moved most of the picture off the screen. So, right, that's better. Right, where was I at? So that would be number 2. Oh, cupboard monkey, what have you been doing to me? Really quite... I don't know what the cupboard monkey has been up to. Cupboard monkey, why do you do this to me? There we go. Really don't know why the cupboard monkey been messing about with that. And actually, what we could do with is move me down out of the way, just there. Then we can see a little bit more of the trains. Gosh, that is really zipping round there, isn't it? Yeah, that's quite a heck of right. Anyway, anyway. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Bang got you junction, Carl Brown. Evening to you. Leslie Gilpin says, waiting for my mojo to recover and I might make progress. I know, it's annoying, isn't it, when the mojo takes a running jump and it's like, right at the time when you've got plenty of time. Let's have a look. The Growler Blackwood Engage layout. C&M models in Carlisle are still doing mail order, so do check them out online. And it's worth shopping around. Some of them have got some really great deals on. And I know I've been promoting Rails of Sheffield and Hattons, but it doesn't mean that they're the only great deals out there. It's, you know, there's a lot of really good offers about at the moment. So you can get yourself a good bargain and support a retailer. James Pets, that is absolutely true. One can go outside into the garden as much as one likes. Adams Railway, Gamehammer Classic Gaming. Do you think she'll let you do a Gronk design? Actually, that's not a bad shout. We'll probably never see it in model form. Although saying that, never say never. I do wonder whether I could persuade Dapol to do a one-off livery for one of their O-gauge Gronks, but it might be a bit much. But certainly, I don't know whether somebody could do maybe 247 Development could do a JK logo like a headboard with Jenny Monday Club across the bottom. That, I don't know, could work. Somerset Andy says, hi everyone from what's been a lovely sunny day down in Somerset. It has, but really only if you've got a garden. It's a bit really quite annoying actually. Ben Tullett, no sunbathing or barbecues in parks or on the beach please. Certainly well said. Mark Holt, hi everyone, another day at work done and still alive. Leslie Gilpin, actually that is a good question. Have C&M models got any limited edition wagons available? You alright down there, Cupboard Monkey?
What were you saying
one of the angles, the picture was off the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I corrected all the time.
Ah, you missed one. Sorry, just conversing with the Cupboard Monkey through the medium of shouting through a hole in the floor. Yeah, I'd be interested to know. I'm always really keen on supporting shops that do their own special commissions. Let's have a look. Mark Holt says, as far as I know, Collett's models are still working from home, independent shop, and he tries to compete with the big box shifters on price. And actually you'll find this, a lot of the local model shops are very keen on price. And certainly Tim at Arcadia in Shaw, big up Tim and the Arcadia posse. Oh yeah, what's up? He will match generally Rails of Sheffield and Hattons. They're the two that he normally works from, and he will price match. So if he's got it, it's always worth giving him a call. Bluegrass Rail Fan says technical difficulty. Oh, sorry, I've only just caught up with the South Far behind. I'm always behind on the comments. But we got, I saw 191, and then as soon as I was going to say 191, it dropped to 185. But welcome on board, everybody. Now, one of the things that I do want to talk about, as well as local retailers, James Pett says, I think the CR signal's still going. Yeah, Kevin George, use the hammer. Oh, I would love to. Norman Rose says, alcohol and marijuana usage is up by 49% in the US. Partay. I bet. Moreland Model Railway Andy says, hi Jenny, the Hobby Goblin in Stoke-on-Trent still doing mail orders, so do check out their website. And if anybody knows the websites for these, I'm not sure how we're going to do this. People with the spanner of ultimate doom will have to do it, but if you're able to find URLs for the websites for these shops that we're mentioning, then do feel free to post them. Yeah, King Fox Junction, I know New Junction is on at 7:30. Bit naughty of him to go head to head with me. Yes, New Junction, I did notice. Naughty. He's got nearly twice the subscribers as me as well, so I do hope I'm not going to lose out to this. I lost out to the Queen yesterday, but people did come back. Bluegrass Railfan says, it's Louisville. Don't worry, I've seen many mispronounces. Us Kentuckians are weird about town names. Let's have a look. Yeah, Mark Holt says King Fox Junction. I did think it was a bit strange as New Junction is a regular in the comments on the Monday Club. Yes, and I've been trying to get him in as a guest as well. Anaya Arita 12, what is the green loco running? There's two. The clean one is a Bachmann Class 24 in BR green with a grey roof, no yellow ends whatsoever, and it's D5054 Class 24. The weathered one with the yellow ends and the white cab surrounds, that is a Helgen Class 27 in the guise of 27001, lightly weathered, BR green, but with the tops numbers. Colin Giles, evening to you. Data Lasser says, got many Class 37s? Yeah, I've got 3 Class 37s. Let's have a look. Yeah, King Fox Junction says, yeah, Mark Holt, you would think he would change it. Yeah, you would have thought. Bluegrass Rail fan, I've been pretty good about staying home, though I'm thinking about getting out at least one day on vacation to photograph trains. It doesn't require to be in any sort of contact with other people, I know, but the trouble is that it does encourage the people who aren't quite, like the personal space invader I had in the supermarket today, who just didn't seem to get that actually I didn't appreciate them stood right behind me breathing down my neck. Everybody else has got these 7-foot gap and they're like personal space invader, like behind, and it's like, do you mind? James Pett's quite an interesting angle. I think that was the that one, was it? Oh, we've just missed the train. It's different angles. Let's see. Come on, camera, work. Yes. Let's have a look. Manthony, 1956, scale reproductions hobby shop of Louisville, Kentucky, and Western Depot of Yuba City, California. Continue to do mail order, but cannot do international orders at this time. Brilliant. Yeah, Ham Shackleton, the camera of the Land Rover on the hill is strobing. It does that. It's a Microsoft webcam. All the others are Logitech. But the camera on the hill is a Microsoft, and it doesn't like, actually, if I turn these off, some things will go a bit dark, and then what you'll see is you can see the mountain camera. No, apparently you can't. When it wakes up, come on, stupid cameras. Let's try and force refresh it. Apparently it doesn't want to. Oh, come on, silly thing. I am trying to get the hillside camera to work. Right, well, apparently it doesn't want to, so that's just a bit annoying, isn't it? I'm going to turn the lights back on then. Right. Bluegrass Railfan Scale Reproduction is one of my local hobby shops I frequent. Big evening to Ron Stanbridge, always welcome along. Anthony, 1956 says, by the way, hi Jenny and Zoe, hi to you. Beautiful day here in Kentucky, and also Wardle Road, big up to Wardle Road. Got his live stream tomorrow. It's the usual time. Don't forget to check out the internet program guide so you can see who's doing live streams and when. Plan your day accordingly. It's always really, really important in these troubled times. I think a lot of people going stir crazy, and these live streams give a golden opportunity for people to get kind of interactive human contact, and that's really important, and we can do it while staying safe indoors and get our daily dose of vitamin train. So do welcome everybody, welcome aboard. Let's have a look. I'm going to have to write Russell Benton, interesting livery on the 25. Is it blue? It's chromatic blue, wherever she's gone. Yeah, it's chromatic blue, which basically means it's a version of Rail Blue, but it's got half yellow front ends, and it's got the British Rail ferret and dartboard logo. So it was kind of, before they quite worked out what they were going to do for Rail Blue, there were a number on the London Midland region, not just Class 25s. I think Western region may have done some Class 35s as well. And there's kind of a little bit of this, weird liveries in the crossover. But I'm going to flick through everybody's comments now to try and get up to date, because I'm not up to date. And we've just lost a huge chunk of people watching. I hope if they're going across to New Junction, they're going, oi, why are you going head to head with Jenny? Bluegrass Railvan says, where are you at, Leslie? Les, come on. Oh, get down, Les. Get down, Les. But let's have a look.
How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Yeah, Wardle Road. That's exactly how I've been feeling. Hi guys, back to work Friday. Can't wait to get out of the house. That is how I've been feeling a lot as well.
I work here. I'm stuck.
Theon's Model Railway says, have you had a look at the Bachmann Class 90s, Jenny? I must admit, I haven't seen one in the flesh other than the one that was in the Bachmann cabinet as it would have been Worley. But unfortunately, it's one of those things. It's on the list. They'll put the name on the list. And unfortunately, it's like money. I'm sure all you know. There's a huge long list of like all the stuff that I really, really want, and you can't afford everything. So the class 90 just gets pushed down the list, as it were. But I'm really looking forward to the intercity one, to be honest. So right, FMR Station House says, friend of mine said that the stupid people should be sprayed by the police with a purple dye, and if they turn up in hospital, they should be put to the back of the queue. Harsh, but I agree. I certainly think that those water cannon that everybody lambasted Boris for having, if they'd have kept them, that'd be a good way to go and break up people's barbecues in the park. It's like, yeah, let's see how your burgers cook when they're being hosed with 3,000 gallons a second of water.
You better run fast to catch them. I'll give you a hand. Personally, I think the best thing to do is every single person who is prosecuted under the Coronavirus Act for being out during lockdown and gathering in public places and being a nuisance and causing a strain on the NHS should be named in the papers, because that way, whenever an employer looks them up when they ask for a job or a promotion or a pay rise, that's going to come up in the Google search.
Yeah, they should certainly, at the very minimum, get a smacked bottom. But Mark Holt says Collett's model's still working from home. They're a great independent. So, again, we just want to big up any local model shop that you know of that is still doing mail order in these difficult times. Big them up. Let everybody know that they're still working. I'm sure that now, more than any other time, they would appreciate their business.
I'm going to go online to play Doctor Who on Second Life.
You do that.
If anyone says anything about the stream getting affected, I'll come off. Just bang on the floor like you normally do when you need me.
No worries. Okay. Right. I'm going to. All right. Skip C Trades. I will get up to date in the comics in a moment. I'm gonna just like flick through.
She won't, you know. The moment she gets up to date, you'll all talk, and then you'll all go different again.
Yeah, but if you don't shut up, I can't get through the comments fast enough.
Almost as if that's according to plan.
Yeah. Upstairs, downstairs, Sandown, Isle of Wight is still providing a mail order service. No dislikes yet. Maybe the COVID got the people whose head you're in. I've smashed the like, by the way. Thank you very much. And don't forget to let other people know that we are live now. Everybody is welcome. We want to big up local retailers that are still doing mail order, and any suppliers, small, big, little, big, thin, thick, any supplier all around the globe that is still doing mail order. Let everybody know, because I think now is as important as any other time. But cameras stopped working again. Oh, we're really struggling on cameras with it. OBS is rubbish, I have to say. Utter rubbish. Yeah. Right, I'm going to just flick through to... Oh, God, you lot have been busy. And the number of people on the stream has just dropped. So, New Junction! Rah! Or something like that. Big evening to you, Dundee Road. How are you doing? And let's have a look. Robert Ward says, name and shame the sheeple. Yeah. Somerset Andy says, the Hastings live cam has now got the one and up the top, but still many people this afternoon were wandering around without a care in the world. Stuart Muir says, hi Jenny, is the Western Pullman on your wish list? Yes, it is. It's low down the wish list. It is quite an expensive acquisition. And if it's anything like the Class 411, which I did manage to get actually for a really great price. I think I paid $69.99 for one in a sale a good few years ago now. Gosh, those times are long gone. I think when its RRP was 110. Oh, gosh, even that seems like a great price these days. So I think the Western Pullman may fall into that category. It'd be one that I'll eventually come across one at a really great price. Robert Woodhouse says, I've not deserted you, thank you very much. Yeah, Howkin Junction, I've got an image taken from the CCTV. We have one of my shops of PCSOs walking 2 inches apart, showing a great example to all of us. Yeah, Just like the Scottish Health Minister. Do as I say, not as I do. King Fox Junction says 365 watching New Junction. Well, he's nicked about 30 off me. Oh, I hope at the end of his stream he says, and now go and watch Jenny. He could redeem himself. So I'm just joshing, I'm just teasing. You know, nobody has a monopoly, but he did know I was streaming. Michael McCarville. Oh yes, them's fighting words. String up the mutineers. Don't abandon the stream. Christopher Bolivar says, would you get the Hornby Hogsmeade Station? No, that's the Harry Potter themed one. It's a Scaledale building. It's good, top quality stuff. The Scaledale and the Scenecraft as well, and actually the Oxford Rail buildings as well. They're all made in the same kind of principle. They are all really, really good. I have to say, I've got examples from all three manufacturers, and they are all really, really good. I can highly recommend them all. But the Hogsmeade Station is not one for me. I think it's aimed at the Harry Potter type crowd. It will sell really well, and those who buy it will not be disappointed. But, you know, not something for me. Ron Stanbridge says, I am still here, Jenny. Thank you very much. Elton Loveridge says, it's only a premiere video. He was billing it as a live stream. Interesting. So Mark Holt found out why kitty litter is scarce. 50% idiot stockpiling and 50% due to Bob Martin going bust. Oh, apparently a lot of the shop's own brands were made by Bob Martin. That's interesting. I just bought the other day a big bag of Bob Martin cat litter. Heron Foods intermittently stock it. Yeah, interesting. Somerset Andy says, I'm still here with the Jenny Monday Club. Thank you very much. Morris Modelling, oh, you are too kind. No idea what he's doing, but I'd rather stick around here. Thank you very much. Brock Willow saying, New Junction is pre-recorded anyway. Interesting. It was billed as if it was a live stream, I must admit. I hadn't realised it was a pre-record, so maybe it's a quirk of YouTube, so I'll have to wind back on that. I can't speak in reverse, but or something like that. There are some people who can actually make the sound of, like, they've learned how to sing a song and will make the sound that it sounds like when it's reversed. And if you then reverse that recording, it sounds really weird and ghostly, but actually you can make out the words. It's very strange. King Fox Junction says, Jenny's Monday Club rule. Thank you very much. AD Pullen says, if it was the Heartbeat version of the station, I would get it. They did do the Heartbeat version of the station. Let me try and... Where's my... I've got a Hornby catalogue. Just bear with me, just one moment. So, branch line, here it is. Right, 2012 Hornby catalogue, and I have a feeling that what is currently in the range as the Hogsmeade Station building was in the range in 2020, billed as being as from Heartbeat. Let me try and find it in here. Oh gosh, you remember, is it? Well, maybe some people still do get the catalogues and pore over them, but I remember as a kid being fascinated by the Hornby catalogues, and now I don't know why I've got this. I think it was a case of it was like 50p remained in the model shop, so I bought it. But certainly, let's have a look. Does it tell us? Yes. Right, it says modelled after the TV series Heartbeat, and there it was in 2020, billed as the Heartbeat theme station. So, in all honesty with you, I suspect that the only real differences are the signage on it, and that is something you can probably change. So it's no big deal. If you really do want the Heartbeat station, then actually it might be one to pick up. Oh, Huntsheath Model Railway backwards, a classic Red Dwarf episode, which if you do reverse it, some of the stuff that people were saying in reverse is quite interesting. including the nightclub owner, who was somebody Smith. He's a famous comedian. He's still on the go, but he's actually got this great big diatribe about who's the saddo who's sad enough to take this recording, find a copy and reverse it. So I think they kind of knew that somebody was going to try that. Let us try and reactivate the mountain cam. Right, anyway, we were talking earlier about the strobing. If I turn those lights off, it stops strobing. And the problem there is that actually... let me just turn the fan on. You can tell the weather's getting better because it gets warmer up here, which is frightfully annoying. Yeah, it's just frightfully annoying. Let me just try and get the fan. Come on! There we are, getting a bit of air moving around. So that looks quite nice, but I've got the main lights off. So if I go to this shot and... the Jenny cam just broke. That's going to be fun, isn't it? So just give me one moment. But yeah, so if I can actually get me to work, I'm going to try and turn it off. So it's turned off. So Control Shift 8. Let's turn that back on. I'm trying to force it to reset some of these cameras, but I'm having such difficulty with OBS. Come on. That is really annoying. I have lost me. So, but as you can see there, for reasons that remain unknown, it's decided to completely lose the camera of me. So just come on, unplug the silly thing. So unplug it, plug it back in, and oh, you got to be kidding me! Oh, just give me a moment, people. So I'm going to turn these lights back on so that we get a better shot. Oh my word! So, bish, bash, bosh. Right. Let's see. Come on, we can make this work. Okay, so the Jenny cam is not working. Where's that plugged in? Okay, let me just. Aha. I don't know why, but the Jenny cam isn't working, which is what I call the camera that points at me. I don't know what's going on here. Back where we are.
Need that one.
Yeah, no, I'm just having real trouble with these cameras stopping working for no
I just
good
don't
reason.
get what's going on with them. I really don't.
It's OBS.
The problem is that OBS is free software.
Yeah, you get what you pay for.
Absolutely, you get what you pay for. Jen? Which of these is it?
I've just unplugged it and replugged it in, and I'm trying to force. The light's not even coming on now. That's really peculiar. If the Jenny cam has failed me for the last time. So I'm going to swap these around. We did have an issue for a while before. I wonder if there's a loose connection somewhere.
Quite possibly. The problem is that everything's plugged in right at the extent it can go, isn't it?
Something like that, right.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Boom! Fear my ability.
No, it's because I'm here.
No, it's because me.
Everything works well when I'm here.
Leslie Gilpin asks, what's special about a YouTube premiere? I really don't know, to be honest with you.
A YouTube premiere is a video that was pre-recorded and set to premiere at a certain time. So everyone gets warned that it's coming in advance and it gets a live chat. so the person who created the video can chat as if it's a live stream while the pre-recorded video is
Because
running.
that's what New Junction did, it wasn't a live stream.
No, he just decided to premiere and then sit and have a live chat during the middle of your live stream.
Oh, what, did you go and have a look?
No, I'm not going over.
Oh, oh, Cupboard Monkey gets so annoyed.
I do. There's a certain etiquette, guys. We wouldn't stream during someone else's live stream. No, Jen, stop being like that. I've got a serious point. There are plenty of hours in the day. We wouldn't schedule a video and premiere it during something that he was doing. You get what I'm saying?
I know. I thought
It's
it was
bad
a live
form.
stream. It wasn't a live stream, so it wasn't one of those.
No, it's not a live stream. He's just done the next best thing to one.
Right, Anfield Road layout in the loft. There is 3 new videos just been put up on my channel. Have a look at the after the stream and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, please. No worries. Do go and check it out after the stream. We've got 197 people on. Don't forget to hit that like button and share too. And if you know about a local model shop that is still doing mail order, then do let us know. Adams Railway says you aren't missing much. New Junction's all right. Don't let Cupboard Monkey make it look like this, like feuding. No, I'm not feuding. Not feuding. Norman Rowe, get the torches and pitchforks. Manthony 1956. Here in the USA, it was the Walthers catalogue, the Sears Christmas catalogue of model railroad. Oh God, yes, I can imagine. Well, the Walthers range is amazing. Even as a UK modeler, a lot of the Walthers kits are like, wow, I want one of them. I really like the overhead travelling crane. That's a brilliant one. The steel mill blast furnace kit as well formed the centrepiece of one of my favourite layouts to grace the pages of Railway Modeler, Iron Mould Lane. So actually there's some great kits in that range. Let's have a look. Paul Hinder, non-essential journey just to go for a walk, and especially there's some shops closer. I'm missing out a few comments here for some reason. Let's have a look. Norman, oh no, we've read that one. Bang got you Junction. Carl Brown said, I am with the Cupboard Monkey. I just want a quiet life. People think I'm feuding with so many people, and I'm not. It's like, you know, big up to Sam's Trains, big up to New Junction. I'm not feuding. I'm not. Gordon McIlroy says, so if New Junction comes on as a guest, you won't be getting Zoe's lasagna. I'll be getting my lasagna. I make really good lasagna. I'm a good cook. Yeah, I am. Yeah, he would. I've been trying to get New Junction on actually for ages. David Baker says Kerno and TMC but still both doing mail order and are much quicker than Rails. I must admit, Rails feel a little bit like they've been overwhelmed with it's a twofold thing. Overwhelmed with the amount of orders. Orders have definitely gone up. Speaking to Oliver Davies, but also I think they're a little bit short-staffed because they've got to spread people out to make sure social distancing is going on. And whenever I speak to Oliver Davies, it feels like they're incredibly overwhelmed, which as a business is probably quite a good thing to be that busy. But I know that Oliver Davies has just become a father, so that will also be taking up a lot of his time. So there's a lot going on, but they do get there in the end. Ron Stanbridge, sort out the garden railways. I can't go to my miniature railway. I need to sort out my garden railway as well. I know I showed you that Mamod. I need to do the boiler washout with that Mamod, and for that I need to remember to pick up white spirit vinegar to be able to do a proper washout to try and get rid of some of the deposits from, clearly it's been used extensively in a hard water area, so I want to give it a complete washout, boiler and tubes and stuff, to just try and get it back to a decent working condition. Bluegrass Railfan says Hattons, when things are normal, can get here in 3 days. I have to admit that Hattons, it's not unheard of. Normally, next day delivery, you could order it last thing at night and get it the following day. That has been known. And in some very rare occasions, I have heard rumours that if you order first thing in the morning, it is possible for it to turn up that very afternoon. But I've only ever experienced order late one night, get it the following day. So they are pretty good, actually. Tony Wright says, a Dalek has been spotted patrolling a village, ordering humans to self-isolate by order of the Daleks. Ooh. Huntsheath Model Railway, mail order, just call me Pat. Yes, of course, Hunt couplings still available, mail order. Adams Railway says, haha, I know you love Sam. I do talk with him occasionally on Facebook. It's like, I don't know, he probably just completely ignores me in his live stream because I don't get the hordes of people coming through saying, why are you bad-mouthing Sam? I tease, I do things tongue-in-cheek, but love to get him on as a guest actually. He's more than welcome in non-lockdown times to come on as a guest. Actually, that might be quite good fun. But no, there's no feud. I don't know what gives people the idea. I take the pee a little bit. I can be a little bit tongue-in-cheek. But I don't know, feuding's just like too much like hard work. I just need an easy life. Don Cragen says, I'm with you on Mondays, but I watched Eric's Train's live stream yesterday when both of you started at the same time. The Eric's Train channel is 3-rail O-gauge, and that is what I model. Aha. Is he on the, has it sent the details to Zoe at zoerobinson.com to be added to the live stream program guide? Ian Ryan says, as Terry Wogan would have said, a big what? Up where? Bluegrass Railfan says, I only buy from a few online shops. Lombard is one. I think they ship internationally. At least they do under regular circumstances. Let's have a look. Yeah, Norman Rose says, the YouTube highway is getting crowded. I was watching FMR live stream this afternoon and had 6 notifications pop up for other shows during the stream. Busy, busy, busy. And it's a good sign. I think that the whole community on YouTube is doing a great job at keeping people sane through these difficult times. Come on, work, you silly camera. Yes! Woohoo! Camera works. I thought we'd have a slightly different angle there. Common Road Junction, hey to you. FMR Station House, not complaining, but Hattons has slowed down. I ordered Thursday and just got the email now saying it's packed and ready to go. I think as well with Hattons, there's a degree of social distancing has to go on, which will slow down the picking process. And they've probably got, like a lot of other businesses, I know where I work on my day job, they're currently experiencing a 25% loss of staff to self-isolation. Not that they've got coronavirus, but just in case. A lot of people are self-isolating. So, for some reason it keeps jumping back. Yeah, Flymer Chairman 1, absolutely right. The internet's a busy place just now. Oh, Don Cragen says the Eric's Trains live stream yesterday was a one-off special. It doesn't do regular live streams. No worries. Ben Tullett says the delivery times will vary as the couriers and Royal Mail have to prioritise essential items and other online orders. Leslie Gilpin says, I was half expecting Shannon on Back on Track channel to do an impromptu live stream perhaps tomorrow. Somerset Andy, back of the net Jenny, LOL. Joseph the 4F Fowler number 4541, that's a lot of vans. Oh right, so yes, in the sidings, and that's not even my full collection actually. That's just, you know, just a few bits and pieces I had lying around. Hi Jen, shame to hear a 4 Union South Africa now at York and not run again. Unfortunately, these locomotives are getting really old, and wear and tear. There's only so many times you can repair it, and I guess they reach a point where stuff like the A1 Tornado build and then Beachy Head being built at the Bluebell Railway, what it shows is that actually it might just be cheaper to build an all-new A4 Pacific for doing rail tours on the main line and keep the original ones as museum pieces. And I can well understand that. And I always say that arguably, actually, Flying Scotsman, perhaps that's what they should have done. They should have actually put the Flying Scotsman cosmetically restored in the museum in York, and actually put those millions upon millions of pounds they've thrown into basically polishing a turd, into actually building a complete new build, A3, maybe even call it a Flying Scotsman, but use that for the rail tours. And I think actually that would have been a better way of spending money. FMR Station House, I'm very surprised that none of the bigger channels are doing more live streams. Live streams can be quite a difficult thing. Now, some might say I've got the gift of the gab. I used to do commercial and before that BBC radio. So I worked occasionally as a DJ, more often as a broadcast assistant. So I've got very used to talking to cameras. I've done a lot of TV work. Talking to a microphone on radio. I started out in student radio, moved on into commercial radio, BBC radio. So I'm quite used to talking at great length. But it can be quite tricky if you're not used to doing that. And it's a very different discipline to doing a pre-recorded video where you can edit out your flubs. You can stop and check your script, work out structure, edit everything, make yourself look slicker than what actually happened, move things around. It's a very different discipline doing a live stream, and not everybody likes it. That's a nice beer, but I am predictably a lightweight, and so getting a little bit drunk. It's also the case I'm getting a little bit peckish. So Cupboard Monkey's probably doing something else by now. I'm not going to bang on the floor because the Cupboard Monkey is in a bit of a mood at the moment. So basically cabin fever as much as anything. The Cupboard Monkey has to self-isolate because she has lupus, which puts her in the at-risk category. So she can't really go out. And so it's all right for me. I can go out for my, I'm an essential key worker. I've got my papers and everything. So if I get stopped by the police, I go, multi-pass, and away I go. But she can't do that. And even if she could, I don't think she'd want to because for health reasons. So it is very difficult for her. So cutting her a lot of slack at the moment. And I can imagine that it's probably pretty tricky in a lot of households where people are in enforced isolation, and where we live, the other side of the road from us, there's like 2 up, 2 down terraced houses, and for the people in America or Australia who might not be familiar with that type of housing, imagine a house where you've got 2 rooms upstairs, 2 rooms downstairs. You may have a small yard at the back that's just big enough really to store a couple of wheelie bins in. And your front door just opens onto the street, and you can imagine being in a house like that, like they've got opposite. You've got a house like physically built onto your house either side. That's really hard going, so they have my every sympathy. Let's have a look. Cottesmore, oh hi there, over 500 viewers on the NJ one, New Junction one, right. People dip in and out. If it's not actually a live stream, it counts the viewers slightly differently. Mark Wilson says, hey, I'm back. New Junction was an emotional watch. Sorry for being a temporary scam. Don't worry. I know that he's moving house. So, basically, I suspect, I haven't watched it, obviously, because I've been talking to you guys. I suspect that it was like the final farewell. We did one from Trinity Road here, and a lot of people found that a little bit emotional, where I basically said goodbye to a layout that for a great few years had been part of all my videos. It's where I filmed the running of locomotives that were being reviewed. I had update videos. People get attached to layouts. He's moving house. He's got a much bigger space. I've talked with him online through Messenger about the space he's got. So in much the same way that when I moved up here, I could actually, it was a new beginning, and I didn't miss Trinity Road so much. I think, maybe viewers did, but I was like focused on what I was going to get here, and I think for him, he's got an element of that. 244 people live here. It's great to have you all aboard. Don't forget to tickle that like button and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And share it too. Let everybody else know that we're here for you through this lockdown, and we can get through this. And it's one of the reasons that we've done the live stream program guide on my website. Somebody, one of the mods, is able to post a link to that. If you know of any other live streams on YouTube, regular live streams, do post a URL link to the channel and what times they go on, and if they're in, say, if they're in a particular time zone, do say that so we don't get the wrong time. We want to put together a really good program guide so that people who are in lockdown isolation, maybe going stir crazy, have that means to find that live human interaction. I think it's really important in this time. And so, the Jenny Monday Club is trying to go some way to that. It's why we've also got the virtual model railway exhibition, which reminds me, a lot of people have been asking me, what's the theme for next Sunday's virtual model railway exhibition? And I had to think about this. I didn't announce it on the stream, but what I'm suggesting is, if you want to submit videos for the virtual model railway exhibition, do send them to zoe@zoerobinson.com, and that's Zoe spelt the European way, which is ZOE, and send in a URL link to your YouTube channel to the video. And I think the theme, we're going to have favourite or unusual trains. So favourite or unusual trains, submit your videos, and we'll put them into the virtual model railway exhibition that will be on from 6 p.m. UK time. We're currently on BST, which is GMT +1, so that's 5 p.m. GMT, so if you know your time zone you can work it out from that, and it'd be great to have your stuff on board. Mark Rice says, Zoe, help! Why, what's happened? Like Spike says, Wardle Road. Like Spike is always great, and super close to 1,000. Is that? Been trying to sort out mortgages so I can get a train room. Actually, buying your first house is great, and I speak from somebody who in 2011 managed to get on the property ladder and buy this house. And yes, in the back of my mind was, where am I going to put my models? And initially I used the garden shed, and latterly, as you can see up here, I'm using the loft. But yes, buying your first house is great. There is nothing better than the feeling of knowing that it is yours. All of the troubles and tribulations, like blocked drains, leaking roof, rising damp, droopy floorboards, rotting floor joists, leaking water pipes, all of these little narcs will come later, but it will be your little problems to sort out. But I mean that in a really good way, so actually, yeah, good on you, and you won't look back. Manthony 1956 says, tongue-in-cheek, love it, check out the new show Life with Jenny and Zoe on Channel 4. Don't jest. I worked, and we're talking now like nearly 15 years ago, I was involved with the research side of a Channel 4 series. I'm not going to tell you which one it was. I feel embarrassed to have been involved with this Channel 4 reality show series at the actual research stage for the second series, not the first series. So it already had a series under its belt, which is why I turned them down when they said, we'd love for you and Zoe to be involved in this. We think you'd be great in an on-screen role. Not interested, because I'd seen series 1. So yeah, Anaya RET12, excuse me Jen, I saw your video of the Upside Down project. It was just a little bit of fun, to be honest with you. One of those things that it's an extreme test review of the DCC Concepts Power Bass track, and I know that DCC Concepts Still doing mail order through these troubling times. Let's see if we can get a different camera angle. Actually, we've got a train coming on this one. Please work. Please work. Yes! We've got another camera angle. So there's a train coming. It is touching that camera. Do you see the little jolt as it just touches the camera? I do quite like that angle, but I don't know. It's I'm still trying to think of a more permanent home for that camera. Is what I call my roving eye toy in the sky camera. But it's just we were very lucky that we got, before everywhere got sold out of these cameras, we managed to get one. Let's see, will this, yes, another camera works. If you're looking at that and going, oh, it's strobing, that's because all of our cameras are Logitech cameras except that one. That's a Microsoft one, so I know it's annoying a few people, so I won't linger on that for long. So let's go to this angle. Please work. Yes! Boom! We are working. Thank you, Combat Bunny. DCC Concepts there. If you do buy anything for DCC Concepts, do tell them that I sent you. I don't get anything out of it, but I just I like them to, if they know, then they're more likely to participate, like with interviews and stuff later on. Skipsy Trains, the house move is something I've gone through recently. The move is temporary, 3 years, because we know we will move to a permanent place in 2021, back to Sheffield, hence a long distance layout build. Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things, I suppose, it can become a bit of a millstone. If you buy a house knowing that you have no intention to stay there, then that can become a bit of a millstone, and it's almost like living in a rented house where you've got all the aggro of doing the repairs. Swings and roundabouts. Wardwell Road, I'm West London. Yeah, God, you probably need about, what, £1 million for a 2 up, 2 down with little yards, something like that. Adams Rower says, you won't be on Gogglebox anytime soon. Gogglebox has actually made stars of a few of the people on it. I don't think I'd say no to Gogglebox. I think the one little spanner in the works is the fact that we don't watch TV. I'd love some chips, thank you. What are you after?
That's what came up last year.
Boom! Oh, the cupboard monkey read my mind. Great minds think alike.
I checked in on your live stream and that's what came up.
Oh, so you caught the bit where I said I was hungry? That was ages ago.
Yes, but I just checked in and that's when it started up.
Oh, right. So you didn't get any of the bad mouthing?
What's happened?
No, me saying like, oh, grr, that cupboard monkey. Oh, isn't she annoying?
I know I can be snappy at times, I don't mean it.
I was just having you on. I'm just winding you up.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, apparently it's working. I think you need something to eat.
I don't know, I think it's just that I'm sick of being here. I've been here for a fortnight and I haven't been able to get out of the house.
I was just saying to the people, because you're basically, because of your lupus, you've got to self-isolate.
Yeah.
And it is tricky, and it's why I'm saying, I have every sympathy for people who may be stuck in 1-bedroom flats, 2 up, 2 down, terraced houses, things like that, where you don't have space, you don't have things to do. You would normally rely on being able to go out somewhere. And it's why I think these live streams are so important.
It's also why I want to go outside and dig a cellar.
Well, you know where the spade is, don't you?
I might actually start and just dig a massive hole.
Where are you going to dig the hole?
Like, you know where the shed is?
Yeah.
Between the conservatory and the shed.
Yeah.
We could start digging a bunker.
I'd go down through the vegetable garden myself, because that's
but you've just planted vegetables.
Oh, so you're going to drill through the concrete instead? You do know that concrete's about 4 inches thick.
I think we could do it, you know. I think we could build a bunker.
This is what happens when you go stir crazy with cabin fever. You start thinking, I could dig a basement bunker underneath the house.
I've got nothing else to do.
Where are you going to put the earth you dig out?
I don't know. I'll dig another hole and put it in there.
That's the answer I was looking for. Yeah, it's like, well, I'll dig another hole and put the earth in that. And this is cabin fever logic, and trust me, it does happen. If you're thinking, oh, it never happened to me, you are a prime candidate.
Chips do you want then?
Oh, apparently, and with gravy, please, because I think we're out of condiments. It's not fair. Next Sunday is Easter, Jen. Oh, wow. Actually, yeah. If anybody wants to send me an Easter egg, It might be a bit tricky. I think they squash in the post. We've got Skipsy Train says, hence I'm building a model railway in Sheffield whilst living on the Isle of Wight. Yeah, the other option is to build modular, but be warned, I tried that with my very first layout. Fell into a lot of pitfalls, but what I actually found was that the modules were not suitable for the new location when I moved, and actually all just got scrapped. So just to say, I am not running Tornado for a very good reason. So got a comment from Hero Lava's asking to use Tornado. I'm not using Tornado for one very good reason. Can anybody guess? Yes, I don't have Tornado in model form. But I'm just going to leave the train to run. Right, the virtual model railway on Sunday, I will do a few requests, but at the moment they're kind of just sort of going around to give a little bit of eye candy in the backdrop whilst we deal more with people's comments and stuff. Manthony 1956. I live in a 1,000 square foot house. Is that big? 1,000 square feet? I'm not entirely sure whether that's big or not. On 3 acres, that is big. Just rent a room, but smallest plot in 30 years. The largest was 50 acres. Wow, my word. Yeah, Flymer Chairman once to Skipsy Train. Someone once said to me that temporary can be a long time. That is absolutely true. Sometimes when you think, oh, it's only temporary, before you know it, 20 years has gone past. And if you're young and going, oh no, that would never happen to me. Look at me, I used to be young, and then suddenly I wasn't. And like all those thoughts like, oh, I'll get round to being like this Olympic class athlete. Never happened. Timber Surf. Doubt I can find a house big enough for my layout and my budget, so looking for a huge garden so I can fit a 20-foot by 60-foot shed. Now, one thing that I've learned is no matter how big a space you have for your model railway, you will fill it and need more. I have filled this room and I need a lot more space. And I did the same with the shed. If I had a room twice as big as this, I would fill it and still need more space. That's just the way it goes. Common Road Junction, how are we all? I'm doing okay actually, and I hope you're all well. I know a lot of you are self-isolating. It's one of the reasons that we're really trying to up the game with the live streams. Just give that little bit of human interaction. I think it's really important. It is so easy to go stir crazy. So don't forget, you've got a community. Don't feel alone. Check out the YouTube live stream page. There's a lot of stuff going on. We've tried to keep it updated. If you know of any others that are not on there, that are regular live streams on YouTube, then do email the URL link to the channel. Don't actually just email the video itself, and that goes to the virtual model railway exhibition on Sunday. Link to your own YouTube channel in the email. It goes to zoe@zoerobinson.com, and that's the European spelling of Zoe, which is just Z-O-E. There is no Y on the end. And we are always here for you. The community is always here for you. You don't have to suffer on your own in isolation. Because even though you might be indoors, struggling for things to do, the community's got you back. And of course, a lot of shops still doing mail orders. No walk-in shops open at the moment, but it's also an opportunity. If you know of a model shop that's still selling mail order, then do mention them in the comments. And people, support your local model shop. I think now more than any other time, they need your help and support. Flymer Chairman, well, I think I've answered that. Yeah, I do not, right, so for the record, I do not have a model of Tornado. Now, if anybody wants to, like, is like pivotal that you must have a model, feel free to send me one. Actually, no, don't, no, scrap that. I don't want to do the, like, gimme. Don't send me a model of Tornado. It's well down the list. I do have an A1. I'm not going to run it right now. I'm happy with what's running. They're just more background eye candy. But I don't have Tornado. Not in any form. Do not have. Sorry about that. David Baker says the Microsoft one might be refreshing at 60 Hz rather than 50 Hz, which is what we need in the UK. it might be the other way around actually, because in the UK we're on 50 hertz, so the LED lights will be strobing at 50 hertz. The Microsoft one might be refreshing at 50 hertz, and therefore, I don't know actually. I might see if you can change the refresh rate. When the Cupboard Monkey comes back up, I might mention that to her. There may be a setting. That is a good point. Thank you for that. J. Paul Anderson, hi Jenny, just here now. Welcome aboard. Good to catch you. Mark Wilson, if all the virus stuff blows over, I will start volunteering on the Great Central Railway. Something I've been wanting to do but have made excuses. So when freedom's back, I'm going to do it. Good on you. They're always, Preserved Lines Museums, always looking for volunteers. Gareth Waite, going back to South Wales would be my dream complete. Jenny, Celebrity Gogglebox is good, but the other one is rubbish in my opinion. Well, they need people like me. I mean, if they want to get me on, I could do that. I could, but from what I've seen of clips, I think they're bitchy for the sake of being bitchy, and I just find that to be the worst of society at the moment. It's like, oh, just having a laugh, oh yeah, let's poke fun at the weird thing. And when I did Biggest Little Railway, I am aware that Biggest Little Railway featured as one of the programmes being watched on Gogglebox. And one of the Muppets on Gogglebox, and I'll call them a Muppet because they were, poked fun at my friend Alex Croft. And I thought it just summed up the kind of scummy people who were on there, who thought it was like, oh, we're just having a laugh, oh, look at Alex, oh, and making derogatory comments about him. And I just thought, no, I don't really have time for that. Andrew Davis, very much enjoyed the Upside Down Train video, but do have some questions. I think why might be one of them, but yeah, ask away. SJ Carter, I know how the Cupboard Monkey feels. I can't even go shopping. Yeah, my parents are having to get stuff delivered, and it's so difficult to get slots. Leslie Gilpin, any advice on a cube cam, cheap but reliable and big enough for an N-gauge wagon? I'm a bit out of touch with tech. It's more the Cupboard Monkeys department, but I'm guessing a GoPro. But a GoPro is probably too big, and they can be quite expensive as well. So I don't know, to be honest with you. Mark Samways, young Jenny, you know the RSPCCM's watch, the who? RSP. You might have to help me out with that acronym. David Baker, so you will need to dig a second home to take all the spoiled first, but that is a great joke. I think it's from an episode of Porridge. Well, what did they do with all the earth from the tunnel? They dug a second tunnel and put the earth down that one. Mark Wilson, I'm so glad I have this hobby. So many projects to do in this shutdown. I'm one of the lucky ones. Yeah, and funnily enough, there's so many projects I need to do, and they're not the projects I want to do during the shutdown. It's like I want to go out and get loads of timber to do some like baseboard building. Richard Swidusky says, Bunker, hope you're not going to be hoarding, Zoe. Zoe does hoard. She would love that. Ian Ryan, eggs get broken in the post. How odd. Who would have imagined that eggs could be so fragile? Let's have a look. Ron Stambridge, look out for Tim Dunn new railway programme on Yesterday TV. Yeah, Tim Dunn. There is something in the works with Tim Dunn as the presenter that I have been asked loosely if it should go ahead. I've done some preliminary work, and that's all I will say about it. So yeah, I've never met him. I would love to actually. AD Pullen, I heard KR Models are planning on doing a steam locomotive in their range, so they told me. Interesting. I'm looking forward. There's a lot of great new models coming through. Ban got you Junction, Carl Brond. Isn't that the Great Escape with the trousers to get rid of the spoil? It was actually, yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, Ed Sutherland, there's a lot to be said for that. Don't do a 20-foot shed. If you can, do a container conversion instead. It is much more secure. Certainly is. One thing I would say, though, is you need to pay attention to the roof of the container. The ones that you buy ex-service can be a bit leaky. So what I would suggest is put a pitched roof, on the container, because that is something that will probably help it to not leak. So do pay attention with that. Combat Bunny, thanks for posting the link. Not sure which link that's for, but thank you for posting it. I do trust you. FMR Station House, I want to buy an aircraft hangar. I don't like planes, but I think a large end scale. You could, yeah, actually, I mean, good God, an aircraft, something, one of the like Second World War style ones that were built to house Wellington bombers. Yeah, you could get a lot in one of them. King Fox Junction, do you plan your layout or just go ahead and build? I plan it in my head. I've talked about this before. I have a very strange mind. I cannot for the life of me draw out a plan and certainly not stick to it, but I can like three-dimensionally visualize everything that I do in my head, like almost like an exploded diagram that I can manipulate in the 3D space of my mind, and that's how I build everything. But I plan just by thinking it through. FMR Station House, Jenny, you may have missed it, but my daily live stream times have changed to 1500 to accommodate the USA friends. Right, if you would like to drop an email to zoe@zoerobinson.com and just let her know about that, because she's in charge of updating that. So that's important. If you don't drop an email to that, it won't get changed, because I don't do any of the changing. Jamie Smith, that is true. Wouldn't a container for a layout bring condensation issues? I would make sure as well you need ventilation. Russell Benton says, you're an absolute star, Jenny. These live streams certainly help. Oh, thank you very much. That does mean a lot to me. And it's what we're trying to do here, really trying to keep the community get together and help out all those people in lockdown, and just, you know, give you guys that human interaction, the best human interaction that we can get in these troubled times. But we can get through this. It's not forever, and that's what you have to keep telling yourself. But there's a lot of good stuff coming up, and one of the things I will say is do look out for the Hornby channel. You may have noticed this rake of hopper wagons here. This, if I can get it, there we are, hook up to that wagon. Some of these are a little bit tacky still. I've been doing a video for Hornby. It should be appearing on their website and on their YouTube channel. Don't know when, but I filmed it and sent them the raw footage to edit. So just really trying to give people ideas. Well, what Hornby are doing. I'm just one small cog in this vast machine of producing video content, trying to give people ideas of what you can do under lockdown. Simple ideas. So do look out for the video that I've done for them. I have no idea when it's going to go up. But it's actually a how-to guide for doing weathering of Hornby wagons, but it applies equally well to other wagons. And I think it's some of the great things that Hornby are doing to try and give people ideas to be creative within the confines of a lockdown. Right. Yeah, SJ Carter, I've seen that video, love it. I was actually watching it, and that's where she got the idea for the bunker. Get Zoe to look up Colin Furs on YouTube if she wants a bunker. That is an amazing bunker. I watched those videos as he put them out. I am a subscriber of him, and that is really good. I'm going to try and flick through the comments here, because I'm well behind on the comments, trying to get up to date. Ania Oriti12, how many locos can you run without tripping out the power booster, Jen? It's a 5 amp power booster. I have never come close. In fact, I've had, I think I've had 9 locomotives running at the same time. 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I've had 9 running at the same time, some of them with sound, and that only got it up to an amp, 1.3 amps. So I don't know. You'd possibly be able to run about 30 to 40 locomotives at the same time without even breaking a sweat on the system. Brecknock Valley Model Railway says all devices in the UK use 50 Hertz, but with computers, I know you can set your refresh rates on monitors and possibly even webcams as well to different ratings, so it may be possible to adjust that. Yeah, Colin First is a great nutter. After this stream, if you haven't seen it, go and check him out. I mean, he's got something like 9.5 million viewers. He doesn't need the dozen or so that I send his way, but certainly his video content is second to none. Bish, bish, bish. Yeah, Game Hammer Classic Gaming. It's the Digger second hole joke is for from the Porridge Christmas special. Yeah, GoPros can be expensive. Ooh, the Growler Blackwood Engage layout. PM just been. This is Boris Johnson moved to intensive care. News just breaking. I'm sure that the Cupboard Monkey may well film it right. Boris moves into ICU and it's getting worse. This is really, this is quite serious actually, and it just goes to show. And this is why we have to self-isolate. And it's one of the things as well. You might think, oh, just get mild symptoms. You can deteriorate even after a length of time, which appears to be what's happening to Boris Johnson. So obviously wishing a speedy recovery. But this is serious stuff now. We'll keep an eye on that story, and hopefully the Cupboard Monkey will bring breaking news as it happens. Andrew Davis, would it have worked less magnets or without the top of track bars? The upside down train, if you'd have taken the ballast weight out of the locomotive, then sure, it might have worked. More magnets is bad though. It does start to cause other issues with the locomotive tipping up, and which wasn't desirable. Matt Maz 2, hi Jenny and everyone in chat, hi to you, great to have you aboard, and hope everybody's enjoying. Susanna Wakim, hi to you, great to have you in the stream, good to see you again. Mark Wilson, poor old Boris, hope he pulls through, certainly yes. Peter Taylor, good full moon tonight, have a look later, will do. Gosh, of course, yes, it's going dark outside. When you're in a room like this, I purposefully didn't put any skylights in, because UV light can be your biggest enemy with model railway scenery. So I purposefully didn't put like Velux windows in. Combat Bunny's just posted the link to FMR. So thank you for that. Jamie Smith, metal container will bring condensation issues. Certainly, yeah, but ventilation can be done. The DCC Concepts booster, I've mentioned that, is holding up really, really well. Timber Surf, I will premiere my church diorama tonight or tomorrow night if I ever stop watching the live streams. Yeah, and Dundee Road, Colin is crazy. Yes, he's my kind of crazy. He is like, he's the man. I would love to meet him actually. I think he'd be an absolutely top sound bloke. And I think that he would make an actual decent presenter for Top Gear. And, you know, get rid of these prima donnas and stuff. Just actually Colin First for Top Gear presenter, I think would be great. Stephen Deacon, yeah, a reefer container. That's a refrigerated container. That would do pretty well because they are nicely insulated. It keeps jumping. Leslie Gilpin says, I just realised the Kobo has been running for 90 minutes without breaking down and bursting into flames as per the prototype. Yeah, the prototypes were a little bit prone to having hissy fits. I know that they were relegated to what is now the branch line that the Lakeside and Haverthwaite Railway runs on part of, simply so that they could be near their manufacturer, Metropolitan Vickers, in, I think it was Barrow and Furness. Simply so that when they broke down, they didn't have to pull them as far. They had a lot of issues with the reed valves, it has to be said. Let's jump back again. Right, the Ananamouse P51 pilot, what's running today? Right, we've got a Helgen Class 28 from the initial batch. Runs flawlessly. I know some people slate Helgen models, but certainly the Class 28 Helgen Metrovic is pretty good. D5701. It's a model of the only one that got rail blue in real life, which is why I went for this model. There was at least one other that got full yellow ends but still retained the green livery. So I bought that when it was initially released as a special Happens commission. They've subsequently gone main range, and they're actually a really good model. I can't recommend the Class 28 more highly. Then we've got a Helgen, again another great model, Class 27. I don't know why I'm pointing over there, but if I change the shots, you should just see the Class 27. That's another Helgen model. I've got a Bachmann special was Model Zone commission, Class 25 in BR chromatic blue, and then going in the other direction is a Bachmann Class 24 in rail green with a grey roof, no yellow warning panel at all. And that's actually one of the very first releases when Bachmann first introduced the Class 24 model. That very model was one of, I think there was 3 main range versions. So you had D5054 in that livery, you had 24081 in rail blue, which I also have somewhere, and then also 5087 in pre-tops rail blue, which I also have, but I recycled its chassis underneath something else. And that's interesting, actually. I'm trying to remember. Yes, actually, its chassis went under the body that I managed to find of 24035. So I do have a body for a Class 24, but no chassis. So if you have a chassis for a Class 24 that you don't want, then me and you could get talking. I think as well I've got a spare Class 25 top. So I am on the lookout for certainly a Class 24 chassis and possibly a Class 25 one too. Yes, Mark Holt, I did see that too. Rails have the double tender bitten on sale. It's a lovely model. It is quite tempting, I must admit. Ben Tullett says, I've never had a Helgen locomotive, might try one. If you're into your diesels, certainly Helgen is a great one to go for. There's some great diesels on the market. They do. Class 5 shunter, great model. Class 7 shunter, great model. Class 14 shunter, early ones have a little issues, look nice, don't run so well. Class 15, good model. Class 16, I have no experience of it, looked nice, disappeared fairly quickly, not seen them turn back up. Class 17, initial run notorious for burning out motors, but actually I've got one with a replaced motor, perfectly good. They also did the Class 23, not one that I've ever had an experience of, just it didn't quite look right to me, couldn't place my finger on it. They also did classes 26, 27, 28, all 4 of those great models. They do Class 33, early ones may have some issues, later ones just coming back into the range, pretty good. 35 they do, apparently is quite a good model, not having any experience of it. Just trying to work through Class 4, no they don't do a 42, they did a 47, notorious for the old grenading chassis, with the zinc massic issue, not seen them reappear in a long time. They did the Class 52, seems a reasonable model. There's some debate as to whether you go Dapol or whether you go Helgen. I've got the Helgen one. I'm not unhappy with it. I can't remember which one's got the front right top of the cab. Right, I don't know. I'm a little TV part short and stout. They do a really nice model of the Class 76 and 77 as well. Flymo Chairman 1 says, it's strange that some people have channels but don't show up on a search. I'm not really sure about that. Adams Railway, absolutely right. They did Lion, Kestrel and Falcon. One of those, I believe, is the Class 53. I'll be honest with you, Helgen seem to like going for slightly more quirky prototypes. Hence, we've had the Helgen Bayer Garrett as well. Yeah, Somerset Andy, I have a Helgen Class 26, about 10 years old now, but still runs lovely. But GW Groove says, I had a friend pick up a Helgen Class 14, started smoking out of the box, not good. Mine locks up because the actual jackshaft drive has too much side play and it locks onto the actual steps. it needs some TLC to basically reduce the gauge of that to stop it from locking up. I believe they fixed it on later releases, but my Helgen Class 14 is relegated to shelf fodder at the moment for that reason. Manthony 1956 says a very popular website that sells mostly items from Asia sells a camera cube about 1 inch square, marketed as a spy camera but connects by Bluetooth and may be suitable for N-Gage. That is interesting. Do check the resolution. Sometimes you find they're very low resolution, and also that you can record the footage either to an onboard SD card or via an app to a computer, perhaps. But certainly worth checking out. Leslie Dickinson, I have a Helgen Bayer Garrett and Class 128 parcel car. I forgot about the Class 128. I've got one of those as well. Great model too. I've been very happy with them. The Garrett is superb. Definitely. Also, I've got the 1366 class pannier tank. I've not had a problem with it. I know that another YouTuber doesn't seem to like, or at least he's certainly had bad luck with the models he's got on the Sam's trains, which he's either been very unlucky or who knows. But I have not had a bad Helgen model. I'm just thinking through, actually, all my Helgen models, apart from, I think the Class 14 is the poorest performing model, and even then, it's just, and you know, it's not a complete and utter pile of poo. Moose's Workshop says, still in awe at the layout, just now getting ready to lay track on mine. Oh, thank you, you're very much welcome. We've got 215 people in the chat. Don't forget to tickle that like button. Because it helps massage my ego. Let's have a different angle, the angle of the dangle on the layout. Let's just, please work camera, there we go. I like to swap the cameras around from time to time, just to give you a little bit of variety. But thank you very much for that. And actually, laying track, I quite enjoy doing it, because it's almost like the anticipation of like which direction the layout's going when you get the first train running. You know, shunting, getting various bits wide up, getting points wide up. Actually, that part of building a layout I do find quite fulfilling. Dr. Beer is in the house. Chris Whittingham says, need a coffee, back soon. Don't worry about it. Always time for refreshment. Ham Shackleton says, in case you missed my comment earlier, if you're getting stir crazy, think about the people who live on narrowboats. There is that, but just, I suppose, the trick would have been to go and moor somewhere slightly more rural, and then you've got a bit of space that you can, like, have a little potter around. I do actually know somebody who lives on a narrowboat, and they actually keep posting on Facebook saying the most infuriating thing is the people who ignore social distancing, using the towpath as somewhere to go and mingle. Diaxi says, the planet Venus is prominent at the moment. Check it out after this session. Might do that. We've got quite a reasonable garden out here. I might go and have a look at the sky when we're all done and dusting tonight. Let's have a look. If I missed your comment, incidentally, if I missed your comment, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's just that the comments are coming in so fast tonight. It's very difficult to keep up. So, you know, some of the really big YouTubers, when they do their live streams, it's almost impossible, I guess, for them to actually see comments. It's almost impossible for other people to see them as well, because it must go like up really fast. AD Pullen, I'm waiting to see what the Helgen Great Northern Railway 01 is like before I buy one. Actually, I've got my eye on that as well. I'm a real sucker for pre-grouping liveries, it must be said. Leslie Gilpin, the only locus vicars at Barrow had anything to do with, apart from repairs post-World War I, were the Metropolitan Bobos. Yeah, of course, the Sarah Siddons, etc., which were rebuilt there, plus engine modifications to early 47s. Was that the rebuild on the 48s, making them 47s, something like that? Let's have a look. Ania Ori T12, do you like the A4 Jubilee class, Jen? I mean Silver Fox. I do like the A4s actually. I'm looking up there. I've got 4, 5. I have 6 A4s, super detail ones, and I have a further 2, 4, 6, 7. I have 7 Hornby 001s as well. So yeah, I like A4s. I'm gonna try and scroll to get back up to date with the comments. Jamie Smith, actually, I've just spotted this comment. The Bachmann own Class 25 sound is one of my best locos, sound locos for that era I have. I would love a Class 25 sound chip, actually. I keep hoping that Hornby will bring out a TTS version, because I'm a bit budget conscious. But I would so fit that to a couple of my Class 25s. I can't justify the £120 odd for a Lego Man Biffo one, it has to be said. So the other option is to look out for one of the sound fitted Class 25 second hand maybe. Moose's Workshop says, I can't believe how many subscribers you have. I have only 200 after 12 years. Yeah, don't ask me how it all happened. It just kind of happened. And sometimes I think if you don't go looking for subscribers and you just produce great content that you enjoy producing, that's the key, I think. It's producing content that you enjoy doing, and that enjoyment will come across. It's a bit like there's a YouTuber who I watch, and I'm not really a car type person. I know I've restored an old Volvo, but I'm not into like the supercars and stuff. But Tyler Hoover, who has Hoovy's Garage, his presentation style is very soothing and enjoyable, and stuff like that. He's making stuff that he enjoys doing, and that comes across, and it makes it a very watchable channel. Aiden's Railway says, Jenny, I believe you have one of my most wanted locos, the Longmore Grom. I do. I have 878 Basra, and it was the story behind that was Model Zone when they went bust. The administrators were in, and they had that kind of clearance sale. I bought that locomotive, which they'd had. It wasn't a strong seller for them, and I bought Starlet as well, which was the Red Star Parcels liveried Class A. They're both up there. I'm looking at them, but they're end on, so I can't see the liveries. I bought both of them at a knockdown price, brand new, from Model Zone, when they were having their closing down clearance sale. And actually, I'm really glad that I did, because Starlet's a local locomotive to me. It was based at Red Bank Parcel Sidings. And Basra was just, I thought, it's quirky, I'll have it. Gosh, yeah, you've been very busy with the comments, you guys. Brilliant work. Combat Bunny has posted up a link. Don't forget, after the stream, check out some of these links as well. Flymo Chairman 1, lol. ABE, was it? Angle of the Dangle. Am I that behind? 2038? Oh, God, I am quite behind. Ian Ryan, not sure what happened to my A key there. Oh. Tim Davis making more tea during the lockdown. I noticed actually so he is as well. Let's have a look. Alan Bevan says, I think your layout looks exciting, especially with 2 levels and running different locomotives with freight and passenger coaches. I also like the way you've done your scenery. Thank you very much. And also you can check back through my channel. There's about 43 episodes in the series, but there is a complete series of videos showing how I made up here from the day that I explored the empty space and did the loft conversion right through to what you see now. And it includes some really great videos like Les Cliff. We had him in to do the back scene. If it wasn't for the lockdown, he would have done the back scene over there as well. And really looking forward to this lockdown ending to get another great Les Cliff back scene in over there. How Conjunction, Boris now in ICU. We're going to keep an eye on that. Somerset Andy, I have 2 Helgen Class 128 DPUs that are great runners and a lot of weight to them. Very much. I've got one in Royal Mail livery, and it is a superb item. Ania or ET12, could you run the pannier tank, please, Jen? I'm not going to be doing chopping and changing what's on the tracks. I'm going to try and concentrate on doing comments today. Monday, could we do this? But if you want to, I will run it for the virtual model railway exhibition on Sunday from 6 p.m. UK time. We're currently on BST, which is British Summer Time. It's very optimistic. The British summertime, what summer? Actually, we're not doing too bad at the moment, which is GMT +1, so that's 5 p.m. GMT. If you know your time zone, you can work it out from that. Right. Oh dear. AD Pullen says, I'm off. I'm in too much pain with my feet. Thanks for the live stream. Keep safe. Don't worry. You stay safe. You take care. Excuse me. And I hope you get better soon. There's nothing worse than being laid up. And you know, it's one thing to be laid up because of coronavirus, like on isolation. Obviously not with it. I think you have bigger problems with having with it. But to actually not be fully mobile, to be in pain, that is even worse. So you have my utmost sympathy. So you take great care of yourself, and hopefully we'll see you back here next time. The Anonymous P51 Pilot, what's your favourite switcher stroke shunter? I've got a Hornby ex-Lancashire and Yorkshire Pug. It's running number 51222. I think its actual catalogue number was something like R2093B, something like that. And it was the first super detailed, modern manufactured locomotive that I ever bought after university when I had a really good job. And for that alone, it has a very fondness in my heart. But I do like Gronks as well. Jamie Smith says, and the Class 24 is better than my 25 sound by Bachmann. I must get one, but there's so many things on my must-have list, it has to be said. And I'm guessing everybody has one of these lists. But items which I still need to get. Hornby Super Detail Class 56. Boo! That's high up on the list. I want it in what I call small logo rail blue. I'd love one of the Acura Scale Class 37s, either 37001 in the small logo blue, or I want the Intercity one or the Regional Railways ones. Helgen Bayer Garrett, do really want one of those. Hornby Super Detail B12, that's on my list. I also really want, what else do I really want? A Class 40 from Bachmann, really do want one of those. Let me keep up. A Stanier 8F Super Detail from Hornby, really do want one of those. I had 3 as a child, still got them somewhere, the old Hornby 00 ones, and I would love an 8F. If I could do one of the running numbers of the 4 that Hornby 00 produced, which were 48158, 48073, 48094, and 48109 are the 4 that Hornby 00 did. Gosh, I'm such an anorak knowing that. In the British Rail black. I wouldn't mind them in late logo, yes, because that's what Hornby 00 produced them, but would accept early logo as well. What others am I after? Rebuilt West Country Class Stroke Merchant Navy, would love one of those. I want Class 25 Sound. What else? Hornby 01. So it's 5, 10, 01. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Bright light. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, bright light does make me sneeze. I'm photoreactive. Apparently 5% of the population are. Oh, there's the... There we go. What else? I would love a Helgen Tango 02. So, gosh, what are we up to? 12 on my hit list. A 1361 pannier tank, that's the saddle tank version. Would love one of those. Also looking forward to... Actually, I'm not going to include forthcoming locomotives because that's a bit silly because yeah, so let's just wind back the 3 from Acura Scale, which are not yet out. So I've got 10. So there's 10 on my immediate hit list. There we go. Whew, there we go. Oh yes, Hubnut. I'm familiar with Hubnut as well as the channels. Yeah. Tim Davis, PM has been moved into intensive care. This is getting quite serious, actually. Moose's Workshop, everyone is texting. Bye for now. Don't worry. Hopefully see you back soon. Yeah, Ham Shackleton, just look at my lights. Cruising the Cut, I'm familiar with that one. Narrowboat Experience and Narrowboat Chef. Right. Mark Wilson, can we not just press the like button? Why do we have to smash it? It's a YouTube thing. So many videos go, smash that like button. You can just tickle it gently. I mean, tickle the like button is my thing. So, Jamie Smith, yes, I loved watching the Loft Conversion series, Jen. Thank you very much. And hopefully, hopefully we've inspired a few people as well. Right, let's change the angle of the dangle. Let's see. Come on, camera. Is the camera going to work? Boom. Yes, it is. And we get there just as all the trains have gone. That is really most annoying. Belmont Junction. Hi, Jenny. Sorry I'm late. Just made dinner. Don't worry. This video as well goes up as an ordinary video once the live stream is over, and you can watch it at leisure, re-watch it, and you can also there's comments on there as well. And you can catch up with the bits you may have missed, rewatch the bits you really enjoyed. It's all there. Fly Mode Shem 1. I was going to check out the Narrowboat channels last night, ran out of energy. We'll recheck a few if I can tonight. The other one as well, Whitewick Abandoned Railways, I think they're called. That's a pretty good channel. Martin Zero, big up to Martin Zero, a great channel. He doesn't need my help to promote him. He's gone from being smaller than me to massive because he is just such an excellent channel. So like Urbex type stuff. But he is a very accessible style and it really is interesting. I can't recommend it more highly. Yeah, Paul Blanchard says Digitrains do a Zemo Class 25, but it is £110. It is excellent quality though. I would expect excellent quality for 110 quid. But yeah, I would love a sound fitted 25, but it's on the list. Belmont Junction, and I'm on call on next Monday morning. Ooh. It gets you out of the house. Just be very careful when you're out and about. FMR Station House, okay, I'm back. Welcome back. Good to see you again. David Scott says, took my layout apart to move house before the blockade, everything packed away, bored now. I do sympathise. Somerset Andy, Jenny, will you buy the new Hornby Class 8 with TTS sound when it's re-released? I already have two Hornby Class 8s that I fitted with TTS sound when the Hornby Class 8 TTS sound chip was briefly available. It did sell incredibly well and it doesn't seem to have restocked. So I'll be honest with you, I've got two fitted. If I could get a couple more TTS Class 8 sound chips at a reasonable price, I would be tempted to actually sound fit two more of my Hornby Class 8s. It's actually really, really good sound. Josh's Train Room, what about a HST? Yes, the Hornby Super Detail HST. Boom, that's number 11. Certainly would like one of those. Yes, Paul Hinder, absolutely right. Jenny did forget the 9F. Boom. There's number 12. There's so much. So much, actually, I have to say, that I do want. Brian Sims says, hi, Jenny. Watch the unboxing of the coal trucks. Did you see the nuclear flask tracks? I haven't seen the nuclear flask ones. I do understand that they are very popular. Look out for Wednesday's video. There's another Acura Scale wagon review, and it scores. No, I'll let you watch it. I'll let you watch and make up your own mind. But do look out for that. Some great models from Acura Scale. I love the Acura Scale models. I find it so hard to believe that this time last year I didn't even know about Acura Scale. I've never found a bad model from them. And on Friday, this week is sort of our Acura Scale week. We're going to be doing a review of, it's the British Gypsum PFAs is what it is, on Wednesday. Thursday we're putting up the interview we did with Fran Burke, and Friday is a how-to guide to, showing weathering on, and I can actually reach down and show you the wagon, showing you how to do weathering without the need for airbrushes, and I did it on an O scale, Acura Scale HUO hopper. Now I've got to get that back onto the, I've actually got an O gauge, a very small O gauge type layout down here. There we are, I've got it back on the track. There's a small O gauge layout down there. You have seen it if you've been watching my videos. It doesn't live down there. It's just stored down there. But it was building an O gauge layout in 7 hours, start to finish, fully seen it. Lovely little layout actually. But that's what I'm just shoving it down there. Ping that like button if you haven't already, says Flymer Chairman 1. No worries. Moreland Model Railway Andy. Got to go now, Jenny. Thanks for doing the stream. Bye, everyone. Take care and stay safe. Definitely, all of you guys stay safe. You are very important to the world to stay safe. Do not take risks. Don't do what the stupid people have been doing, which is going out trying to spread the disease out by having barbecues in the park and parties and stuff. We saw some actually on a group of 5 people just like laughing and joking in a big rugby scrum going past the house on the public path. What is that about? Would people not get how dangerous this is? Look at what's happened to Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, and he is one of many. This is serious stuff, people. You need to stay safe. And that's one of the things that YouTube is doing so well. So many YouTube channels. We've got the live stream guide. Do check that out. If you know of any other live streams that are on YouTube, do post the URL to the channel and the times that the live streams regularly go out and the days. And also let us know if it's in a different time zone as well, so that we know where to fit it into the schedule. I think the schedule shows them all UK time or possibly GMT, just so that there's you get a sense of where they are in relation to each other. Email that to zoe@zoerobinson.com, and that's the European spelling of Zoe, which is Z-O-E. There is no Y on the end, and she will update that. Right. Richard Swidiski, hi Jen, I have an LMS Pug 11217 Daypol in the 80s. Snap, I have that very same locomotive up there. It's Daypol model, yeah, it's a great model. Jamie Smith says, my Batman Class 101 DMU sound by Howes is superb one, well recommended, definitely, yeah. I actually use the Econotrax sound chip, which is like a midway. It's more expensive than Hornby TTS, but less expensive than You're All Singing, All Dancing. And its added bonuses is that it has on the sound chip as one of the options, because you basically pick between about 6 different locomotives, has a first generation DMU sound, so that's one that I do use. I'm Anthony 1956, Hoovie's Garage is great. Looking and listening to him, you would not think that he's quite well to do. A really smart guy when it comes to investments, not. And it's a lot done for the camera. You know, if he was smug and always made millions sort of things, I think he'd turn people off. It's like that kind of lovable, oh no, oh it's all gone wrong. But he's a self-made guy. So, good on him. Diesel 1313 says, waiting for the Helgen 45. That is very interesting, actually. Yeah, the Helgen Class 45. I've got one of the Bachmann 45s. I am interested in just seeing how different the Helgen 45 would be. Right. Martin Zero was in a copper mine, the last video. Mark Wilson, need a Class 40 Jenny, definitely. FMR Station House, I love watching people that interact with the community and help others. This is one of the reasons I joined YouTube. Definitely on YouTube, the live streams in particular. I remember when they first brought in live streams and everybody was like, oh, that will never catch on. And then we started doing them and suddenly it's like, boom, wow, what a great way to connect with the audience. And from a YouTuber's point of view, I can connect with the audience. It's immediate. It's great. It is brilliant from my point of view. I love doing these. But from the audience's point of view, it's that human interaction. You can interact with me. I do try and read all the comments. It's very difficult. They are coming in quite thick and fast. But also talk to each other as well in the comments. I think it's a great way of expanding the community. And hopefully when this lockdown is over, let's do a meet-up somewhere. Certainly, it's been great to bump into some of the exhibitions before the lockdown. I was looking forward to getting to meet some of you as well. When we were supposed to be having Alexandra Palace, that has been postponed to August. I think it's like the 21st of August. I think it may get pushed back again to next year, but basically watch this space, and I would love to meet some of you guys when all this is over, and we can look back and go, we made it out the other side. Yeah, Dave Howarth. I am a subscriber to Dave Howarth in answer to Stuart Muir. Right, let's just have a look. Dum, dum, dum. Just having a quick... Ham Shackleton, loads of stuff on my channel, nothing rude or naughty. It's posted a link there. Thank you very much. And if people want to actually post one time, plug their YouTube, it needs to be railway or model railway related. You know, just keep on topic. But I'm quite happy if you one plug for your channel. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, Kevin George. People are blaming 5G. What is that about? I mean, it's like, yeah, why? Stephen Dakin, Keith Fenner and Abom79 and Mr. Crispin are great channels if you're interested in machining. Mr. Crispin is making a 5-inch gauge steam loco. Yeah, there's some great model engineering stuff, like proper model engineering out there. Really great. Yeah, Leslie Dickinson, couldn't agree more. People who blame 5G are brainless. Absolutely. Paul Blanchard says Martin Zero, it was the trapdoor in the canal video that did it for him. His subscriptions went ballistic after that. Absolutely. But some of his other ones as well. I loved his exploration of the River Tib. And also something like the Bridgewater Tunnel. And that was just magic when he finally got to step inside the mouth of the tunnel. And it was absolutely, it was completely filled in. But up until that, it was just magic. And he finally got to look in there and clear up some of the mystery. There's some great stuff. Martin Zero. If you ever see this, man, dude, you are a legend. I love your videos. Ian Ryan says, love that rake of tankers. Thank you very much. That every single one of those is a Batman super detailed tankers. Hark, I hear Cupboard Monkey activity. Ooh, I believe this might be Chips. So come on up, Cupboard Monkey. Oh, do you want to come and talk to the nice people so I can scoff Chips? We've got currently 201 people in the channel. This is the Cupboard Monkey, aka Game Hammer Classic Gaming. Don't forget to check out her channel too. So some great live stream coding, some retro style computer games. Do you want the chair, the hot seat? I'm going to swap places with you whilst I stuff my face. Okay. So, oh, did you hear my knee click?
No, I'm deaf.
Oh, I felt it as well as heard it. So I'm going to stuff my face with chips and gravy. It's like going to the chippy. I like this. Thank you. Have you had some?
No.
So some of these are yours?
No.
Oh, right.
So what's going on here? Hi guys, how's everything? I don't know what to say to people, you know. I'm just looking at your...
What's the news with Boris Johnson?
I don't know. I haven't been looking at the news. I've been faffing about in Second Life,
somebody said
making
it's
it
gone into
TARDIS.
Intensive care.
Yeah, I've heard that. But unfortunately, he's got a virus that is very bad.
And I think as well,
getting on.
And the other thing as well, he's probably run down through having to deal 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with this, and it will have run him down.
Yeah, I have to admit, I wouldn't want to be dealing with it. This is a once in a century thing, if that. And he's having to deal an awful lot with a lot of stuff. When did you put the flag on that flagpole?
A couple of months ago.
Just noticed.
Yeah, Les did it for me. So
Fair enough.
Well before even we knew what COVID-19 was.
My goodness. So yeah, what can you do? A lot of people... I
can't keep up with the comments, it has to be said. They're coming in so fast.
Manchester Model Railway says, hi Zoe, are you going to start up your vlogs again? I'd love to. My problem is, Jenny keeps me far too busy.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, I've still got... We filmed last week. I'm still editing videos that we filmed last week. That's the kind of level that she's got me at the moment. I've managed to design a t-shirt after, what, 6 months?
So, Angus's trains. If you're in the chat, Angus, we've got a t-shirt for you. And don't forget to check that out on the Teespring page. We've got the wonderful mug, but now we've got a t-shirt as well.
Yeah, so that's the problem. Today, I've had an hour to myself to just faff about with... I'm in Second Life playing with an old TARDIS. And for all of you that don't know what Second Life is, it's a virtual reality, virtual world where you can enter, talk to people, interact with things, and make your own stuff. and I've been making a TARDIS from Doctor Who. It's fun. I've had an hour to myself. That's it. We are so busy. So the problem also is, what would I vlog about right now? I get out of bed, I go to work, and I go back to bed because we're so swamped with stuff. It's fast paced, and I can't leave the house.
You could vlog about cabin fever.
Yeah.
But there's probably 100 vlogs like that online.
Exactly. I've got nothing different to say to anyone else at the moment. I would love to get the vlogs going back again once I can start trying to get into stand-up comedy and actually get some gigs. But that's not going to happen either at the moment because none of the clubs are open. I could do a live comedy gig from my house.
I've seen a few people doing like DJ sets, just like music-wise, and you know, you have a virtual party. Oh,
your dad's phoning.
all right. Is that?
So that's pretty much the level. There's not much else we can do. I'm kind of stuck.
Well, only you. I'm just on the live stream. Is everything okay?
What else is coming in?
It's gone. Yeah. It was dust. Yeah,
I'm not seeing anything else that's going on.
But anyway, I'm on a live stream at the moment. Have you heard that Boris Johnson's gone into intensive care? Apparently Boris Johnson's gone into intensive care.
She's on the phone now. Oh dear.
Yeah. Anyway, look, I'm going to have to go. I'm in the middle of a live event. Okay, take care, bye.
So yeah, I might do a live comedy gig, but I don't know yet whether. Again, it's all about the time. That's the problem. I joke that Jen keeps me worked to the bone, but the fact is that I'm trying to run a business, All Mass Media, which produces these streams that we're doing now, the Sunday show, the during the week pre-recorded shows, my shows and my live streams. All of that is All Mass Media.
And the books, don't forget the books.
Plus we've got the books, we've got the comics, which have had to take a back seat to the other work. But we've got the comic collections, we've got all kinds. I'm running that myself, as well as doing everything else, so I am swamped. So whether I've got the time is another matter. That's the biggest problem at the moment.
So what are people saying?
FMR Station now says he was looking forward to meeting with Ali Pali.
I was looking forward to meeting so many people as well. I know a lot of people looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it. But unfortunately, it's just, you know, this coronavirus crisis has crept up on everybody, and it has cancelled so many events.
Pat Hegarty says, how can I reply to where the chat is? There's an @ symbol. Type @ and then the name of the username of the person, and then what you want to say. That should do it.
If you actually click on that person's comment, does it give an option to reply to them?
To me, no. It gives me the option to ban them, which is probably not what we want to do.
No.
Richard Swiderski says, Zoe, do some jokes while Jen's stuffing her face with chips. That is pretty much the only time I get to do some jokes, because she'll jump in on me if anything else happens. Here's one. A man walks into a bar, says ouch, and then says, why does that keep happening whenever someone says this joke? It's just the one man, and he's got lots of bruises on his head. It's a terrible joke. I made it up as I was going. Not the best way to do comedy.
Hey look, I've got a whole jar of tumbleweeds here in model form that I can put on the layout. Actually, no.
This is what I have to deal with.
Actually, I do have. I've got a Wild West scene.
Oh,
You're right.
Oh,
What was that?
migraine.
Oh, it's the quick and sudden ones.
Yeah. Oh, I hate them. I've got the kind of migraine that's called a cluster headache, and it's intense, but short-lived. Oh, better than the other kind though. If you've got to have one, then go for that.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, these chips and gravy are good. Do you want some?
No. Can I give you this back so I can go back to playing with my toys?
Oh, I haven't finished stuffing my face yet. Talk to the nice people.
Ian Ryan says, here's a joke for while Jenny stuffs her face. Two snowmen are standing in a field. One snowman says to the other snowman, can you smell carrots? Oh, we were discussing a brilliant thing the other day. One nerd says to the other, well, I haven't seen you around for a while. Have you been self-isolating? The second nerd says, no, I've been doing a raid on World of Warcraft. What's this about isolating? What's going on? Oh, the introvert says to the extrovert, stay back. What's this about a pandemic? Why have I got a cold arm? What, have you got a fan going? Ah, right.
Because it's actually quite warm up there.
Is that your biggest fan?
It is.
Guys, I've got to memorize my jokes again. This virus and the shutdown kind of put it all to one side, so I'm not brilliant at this stuff.
Right, come on, push off. I've finished the chips.
Right, have I corpsed enough now? Can I go home?
You have, yeah.
Bye, I'm going to play with my
Normal
toys.
service will resume.
See you later.
Let's see how many people went, oh, this is rubbish, I'm going now.
Sorry about
It dropped to 189. I had 210 when you started.
This is what happens when you eat during live streams.
Right. Leslie Gilpin says, yeah, my subs are slowly rising, but what started as just a reason having a channel turned into a few themes. See you later, Cupboard Monkey. Take the empties with you.
Give me a minute to get down the stairs.
Oh, God, actually, I'm well behind. Oh, for some reason, I'm massively behind. FMR Station House says, here is a plug for my channel. Do come join us. We live stream, budget build, many gauges to date, 3 layouts and no real plan, just play as you go. I've been told we are fun to watch. Mark Wilson says, Zoe, who was the best Doctor Who accomplice? She's just disappeared. But, best Doctor Who accomplice? Ace, I think. She was like the action accomplice. None of that, like, sitting back going, oh, Doctor, save me. Oh, dear. Right. Leslie Gilbert says, add cheese curds to chips and gravy, put in Quebec's national dish. Interesting. Melchester Model Railway, who is the best lord? Probably Screaming Lord Such, I'm going to say. Combat Bunny, thanks for sharing that link. Yeah, for the FMR. Damo G, chips should have salt and vinegar, not gravy. Ooh, you southerner. I'm sure you must be from the south. Oh no. I bought ice cream. And I don't remember what I did with it. Oh, did you put it in? I completely forgot about it. How melted did it get? The ice cream I bought, how melted did it get? I forgot about it. You put it in the freezer? Thank you. Crisis event. I went out shopping, I bought ice cream. And then there's just suddenly somebody's talking about ice cream headaches. I suddenly thought, oh, I don't remember doing anything with it. I came in and went, oh, I've got crisps. And we sat and ate a packet of crisps. And I don't remember what I'd like. It's like this blank spot. It's like, oh yeah, I bought ice cream. What did I do with it? But thankfully, the cupboard monkey put it in the freezer. Oh. Right. Oh my word, Mark Holt says, I've seen protein eating contests on TV. Sounds horrible. Ooh. Leslie Gilpin says, Somerset Andy was going to suggest Peter Cushing. Oh. Howkin Junction. Oh, that was very. Howkin Junction. Chip shop, curry, chips and onion. Oh, wonderful. Timber Surf. You always steal my lines, FMR. She reads yours out and not mine. Well, yeah, I just read yours out. Paul Hinder says COVID-19 will be around till next year, so it's going to be a long year for everyone. I hope that we actually get this sorted sooner rather than later. I really do, actually. Yeah. Ham Shackleton, this stopping in business doesn't really bother me. It's my normal lifestyle. I'm just concerned that nobody can get the model flying field to cut the grass. Get to the model flying field to cut the grass. Deltic Junction, James, hi to you. My dog just told me I have to stay in. I'm off for a walk. See you soon. Take care. Ronald Moritz says, "Hi Jen, I see you and Zoe are on top form tonight. Thank you very much." Belmont Junction, I stole the ice cream earlier. Lord Buckethead. Oh yes, Lord Buckethead is brilliant. And if you're not from the UK, it probably seems a very strange notion that we have these weird people dress up and stand purposefully for election against the person who's the sitting Prime Minister. And it's generally something like Lord Buckethead. Google the picture. It has to be seen to be believed. And, you know, it's a tradition of the UK. It's basically us saying, yeah, you might be getting in, but don't think you're gonna do it, and you're gonna get away without sharing a stage with a man with a dustbin on his head. Let's have a look. Mark Wilson says, yeah, in Leicester, salt and vinegar, no gravy, just wrong. Hey. Paul Jessen, greetings from Toronto, Canada. Greetings to you. It's always great to have people from all around the world on. We do love to keep the community together and also to just see what's going on in all other parts of the world. And I think that actually it's lockdown pretty much everywhere. It's a global lockdown. It's most peculiar, and never in living memory has anything like this happened. J94, I hope this virus is gone soon. I totally agree with you, really do. Just see, is everything still running? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've still got 4 trains running. Excellent. Mark Wilson, I'm happy with the social distancing. The wife needs to stay away. I'm fine in the shed. Boom! Luke Alford, I'm back again. Welcome back. Great to see you. Let's see, we've got a record turnout tonight. Actually, we really have. I do know. Talking about manufacturers, and also, as I said at the beginning of the stream, if you know of a local model shop that's still doing mail order, give them a shout out in the comments, because I think they need. Excuse me, I've been booze and chips and stuff. And it's giving me the hiccup. So if I do hiccup, do excuse me on that. But what was I talking about? Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, I've completely lost my train of thought. How Conjunction, have a look. Don't read my comment. Read the second down from this. Mark Rice, hi Jen. Have you thought about putting manual switch handle point on shunting area? Oh, as in like the little white point levers. I have thought about it actually. I think it is something that will come. There are areas of the layout where definitely it needs it. That said, a hump yard would have pneumatic control points. So looking around, I'm guessing that there's probably only need for what, 2, 3, 4 maybe. Yeah, actually a pack of 4. Yeah, that's about right. I think, as it Mike's models do some cast metal ones. I've used them before on Grove Street Yard. It's my display exhibition layout. They come in packs of 4, so it may be a single pack of 4, but a lot of the points on the layout would theoretically, if they were in a real yard, real hump yard, would be pneumatically controlled. Chris Lawson says, Peter Spares is just still doing mail order, but I feel with Pico shutting shop, stock levels will be low. I have heard, and this is what I was talking about actually, never before have the smaller retailers needed your help to support them through these difficult times. So if there's anything you need, do support the local mobile shops that are doing mail order. They will really appreciate your custom, and it will help them get through these troubled times, and they will be there for us as a community after all of this is over. Pico has shut down for 3 weeks, and that is under review at the end of the 3 weeks. I have spoken to Oliver Davies at Rails, who says that they restocked. It wasn't like they just went, right, we're shutting, see you later. They did let retailers know and shipped a lot of stock out. So a lot of the retailers who are still doing mail order will still have decent stocks of stuff. Daypole have also shut down that I know of, and there may be others too. So it's an ever-changing environment, so obviously keep you all posted. Tim Davis, the best count is Count Boniface. I like the counting count. So it's like 1, up, 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 2, up, 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 up. Although Count Chocula's pretty cool as well. Oh, sorry, Bin Face. The best count, Count Bin Face. New Mills Model Railway, Chasewater Railway model shops still doing online orders. That's great. If you want some stuff, do check them out and support them. Tell them I sent you. Ham Shackleton says, Ian Ryan, cork underlay, chamfered edges so it looks like deep ballast when you get around to that, and pins. Screws are too big and bulky. Deltic Junction, James, my wife is digging a great big hole in the garden. Didn't think you planted potatoes 6 feet down. You be careful. I think the divorce rates are going to be going up, I must say. Ian, oh yeah, sorry, this is a reply to an earlier comment. Ian Ryan asked, Jenny, I'm at the point of starting to lay track in my life. Track and delay ideas, please. Can track pins or track screws? Tar Muchley. Don't use screws, it will distort the track. Use track pins, or indeed some people do glue their track down with great results. I personally don't use underlay at all, but if you do want to go the underlay route, then cork underlay is okay, but then do be careful about which foam underlay you go for, because some of them are notorious for breaking down after a few years and crumbling to dust, which you do not want to happen. So do be very careful about which foam you use. DCC Concepts have assured me that their foam is stable and will last, and I believe that the Woodland Scenics foam underlay as well is another one that will last too. Oh yes, Count Duckula. Count Duckula is cool. Yeah, Belmont Junction, we do wonder. Deltic Junction is the 6 foot hole for you. Joseph before F Fowler, number 4541. Which line is your train of thought on? I don't know that one. Actually, probably the one underneath. Actually, somebody said about the 2-layer effect up here. There's actually 3 levels up here. You don't see the lowermost level because that's a fiddle yard which goes underneath probably about half of the layout. So, actually the shot you're seeing on screen, I'm going to bring my hand into shot. Oh, this track here goes down and goes underneath here. And then it keeps going down, and that's the entrance to the fiddle yard. So, I'm just wondering actually, bear with me, I'm going to see about, let's find something that's got decent traction. So, a Hornby, oops, big fat belly. Bear with me a moment. I am going to show you a train coming out of my fiddle yard. I don't think I've ever shown you guys this before, so bear with me whilst I make sure that it's not going to try and pull everything out of the fiddle yard. So we'll just go that direction out the way. Right, 71012, loco 7112. Let's turn the power to the fiddle yard on. Lights are on. Ah, come on! Dirty wheels. It hasn't been used in a while. So you will see coming up out of that gap. There you are. That is what a train emerging from my fiddle yard actually looks like. So there it is on screen. Let's see now. I might be able to just get... no, that's the wrong one. 8, 7. No, it doesn't change the side that the... Come on, camera, where am I? Apparently, it has now lost me, so you'll have to do without me. But there we are. That train has just emerged from my fiddle yard, so let's run her back. And there we go. Going back down into the fiddle yard. At some point I'm going to do a video with a camera train down there, just so I can really show it, because it's very difficult otherwise to show off my fiddle yard. So I'm going to bring it back up once more. Bish bash bosh. Can't really see it very well, it's behind the comments. Those of you who are watching this on a really big screen will presumably be able to see what's going on, but there we are. That is where the lower level comes up. There's a few people heading off. Good night, Andy, Somerset Andy. Oh god, yeah, David Baker, chips and salad cream, definitely yummy. Brian Harper says, cannot see for your chat. I'm not really sure. You should be able to see through the chat. It's supposed to be a transparency. So, can anybody actually see the logo through the text? So, good night, Somerset Andy. You take care. Is anybody actually seeing the locomotive with the big container train behind it? How Conjunction Gen, power base for fiddle yard, entry, exit. Oh, is Wardle Road back? Oh yeah, sorry I'm back now. I had to go grab some essentials. No worries, it's great to have you back. Oh my god, FMR Station House. Oh my god, I was 10 minutes behind everybody. It does happen sometimes when you come back to the stream. Yeah, it is easy. It is see-through, but not easy to make it out, Jay, says Ian Ryan. So, it's there, but only notice it when moved. Right. 3 blue gypsum wagons. That's the one. So, I'm going to run that back into the fiddle yard. Oops, wrong light. And that is where my fiddle yard is. So I know a lot of people trying to get their head round the design of the layout. But that is the access. It goes down a very long steep gradient, and it actually only levels out when it's at the equivalent of underneath the mountain, which is quite a distance. So you can imagine that camera, behind that camera and below it is where that levels out. So I'm just going to run the train back down so that, and there, it's back on the level. Oops. I have just managed to derail everything. So there we are, that's my fiddle yard down there. I will do a video at some point showing everything. Yeah, Flyman Chairman could see it. Tony Rose, no worries. Yeah, Leslie Gilpin, I'm watching on the phone with chat too. Ah, but you can get quite close to it. Flyman Chairman, Wardle Road, it's nice to know you're being thought of, I suppose. Definitely, it's always nice to have Wardle Road in, and it's been great to have him on the channel as well. I'm looking forward to when lockdown is lifted, maybe we'll do another collaborative video. Yeah, Don Cragen, I did hope that the text would be on the other side with one of the other angles, but I can't show it you otherwise. Timbersurf, I have 2 screens so I can detach text to second screen and watch vid full screen. So for me, chat on vid is a waste, but then I can see it makes more sense for a phone. I think we put it on partially by demand, and also it does have the second thing, and it kind of brands the what you see, so that always have an eye to that if we want to lift stuff out as a video. Right, let me just try and fix that's come off the track. I'm a bit annoyed at that. I thought I had this licked. Not as in like slurpy licked, but as in got the problem solved. Right, let me just put my Class 71 away. The reason I picked the Hornby Class 71 is it's a really good heavy locomotive, so it gets good traction on the grade up out of the fiddle yard. Wardle Road, yes indeed, Jenny, need to complete my 3rd visit to Weir Yard. Indeed, and we'll have to arrange a reciprocal visit at some point as well. New Mills Model Railway could show fiddle yard with roaming cam. Yeah, let's see. I'm not sure how well it'll come up. So let me. I won't dizzy you all by. Let me just try to work that through. Let's see if you. Come on, you can work. So there are. See, if I lift this up. That's the bit that you know and love up there. There's the camera. There's Les's back scene. But we go down below baseboard level and it's quite dark underneath there. I don't know whether that will adjust. No, it's not adjusting to the light. To the naked eye, you actually can see everything that's in there. I mean, if I turn the power on, there is a... or as there should be... No, it's not. The lights aren't coming on. Strange. So you can just about see the track there, and that comes round underneath the rat's nest. And then when we're here, you can see the track, and that's what's above it. And you know that's inside the tunnel there. Oh, very difficult to show you guys. And so in here is the ramp up. And there's the tunnel mouth out, so that's underneath. Where are we underneath? So we're actually underneath this bit here is where we are. So I'm just going to swing round. Hello. And I don't think the cable's long enough to actually show you down inside. Let me know. I've got to be careful. I'm right at the extreme limit of the cable, so we're going to get a pretty bad angle. So you can see there's the track down into the fiddle yard. I can't quite get the camera far enough over to show you down underneath. But it just kind of ducks under. And this is where it comes up to, round, and over by the engine shed and turntable. That's where it joins in. Just behind that signal box is the point. There's my turntable, and that's pretty much where we're at. And also, whilst I've got this out, those are the wagons that I was doing how-to weathering guide for Hornby. So I'll just show those off. So do look out for the Hornby channel, and I might as well give you a full guided tour. I'll just stand up. There's one of the branded mugs. Ooh, lovely. And up here, again, we're kind of at the limit of the cable. On the shelves up here, we've got locomotive collection, and I've extended the shelving, so class 25s and 24s over there right into the corner. Ultimately, my plan is that what I want to do is put another layout up here, maybe do pre-grouping. Just a single track, rolling countryside, going all the way around, but at the moment it's got an awful lot of locomotives on. So as you can see, I've got a few, and there's a few more in there. They're all kind of shunting locomotives. Certainly ones that are short enough wheelbase that they'll fit in that cabinet. It's one of those little cabinets. And there's my memento from the Biggest Little Railway. That's a piece of the track that's been etched. Yeah, so there we go. And down underneath, obviously, there's the layout. And of course the sign. Everybody asks me. You'll have to ask the cupboard monkey where she got it from. She bought it for me as a present. And for any of you wondering what the lag is, that's what time my clock is showing. And there are the cameras that we use. And anybody interested in how it's all wired together, the rat's nest is up here, along with my stash of Train-O-Matic decoders. And they're just there for ease of reference for when I'm decoding stuff. And actually, if you heard people talking about the barracks, that's over there in the corner. And that's the flag that you'll have heard the cupboard monkey talking about. Let's see, can I get a little bit closer? It's actually one of my favourite parts of the layout, the barracks. It used to be the main station building on Trinity Road out in the shed. So that was above tracks on the bridge over the tracks. If you ever see any historical photographs of Bolton Trinity Street Station, it's that kind of idea. Made from 3 of the super quick B-35 market houses. And an awful lot of model scenes, military people. So actually there's quite a few areas around here. You don't often get to see all this. And that's the camera there that shows the back of Weir Yard on its metal bracket. Ooh, train coming out. I do like that angle and shot. Obviously keeping it stable is nice, but this is the mountain, which gives a handy scenic break. And then that's the tunnel area. Again, Les's back scene. And this here was one of Les's dioramas. I don't know how well it'll show up, but it's on a cardboard base. It came on a cardboard base that I've managed to incorporate into the model in such a way that you can't see the edges. And then there's the Land Rover. And the pond, I was actually quite pleased with this pond. Using solid casting resin for the water and the weeds and stuff. It's a little bit difficult getting this in focus looking back at the monitor. And then I also quite like, there's like a hillside over there. That's another area of the model that I really do quite like. And then of course, looking back again over the top of Weir Yard. So, let's just see, oops. For some reason I'm not showing up on there. Let me just let's just see what I can do. Let's have a look. Just going to try and move some cameras around. See if I can get that. It's really annoying, isn't it? Let's see if I can get me working again. Hello? Nope, that's not working out. For some reason, we're not even getting a light on that camera. So just give you one without a box on it. So just bear with me one moment. Let's just see. I will get back to your comments in a moment. I'm just... come on, silly cameras. I'm just trying to find camera angles right, and then let's go back. Can I get the blooming thing to work? Please work, come on. The lights come on, but now apparently I'm not allowed to be on screen anymore. So, fine. There we are. So you'll have to do without my ugly mush on the face. Right. According to Game Hammer Classic Gaming, Weir Yard sign came from Jaff Graphics, and then just posted the link as well. So Jack's Model Railway. Hi Jenny, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, thank you. FMR Station House, what decoders are best for O gauge? I know that the Dapol Imperium ones are actually ones that they use in their O-gauge ones, so they definitely work. I've used Train-O-Matic ones as well, which do seem to work as well. Going down to 1259, so in case anyone was wondering, I'm all for DCC. So I've missed a lot of your comments, I have to say. Wardle Road, Jenny, I'm looking forward to interviewing Les. Got lots of questions. Oh, have you spoken to Les? Have you booked anything with him? Mark Wilson, yes, yeah. Ask Les if he was treated well during his kidnap period. I'm looking forward to actually having Les back on as well. I must admit, we did try and get an interview with him over Facebook video. It's very difficult. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting him back here in person. I think he's getting cabin fever as well. He's missing not having a layout that he can play trains on, which is a great shame. Let's have a look. Growler Blackwood Engage layout. Thanks for the great stream tonight. You're absolutely welcome. Need to go as work in the early morning. Night, everyone, and take care. You take care as well, and hopefully we'll see you back here next time. Robert Scott, Wiven Model Railway. Blood and custard coaches did vary depending on how old the paint was. Oh, it's answered somebody else's question. Wardle Road says, Mark, I'll probably bump into him in the basement. Is this the basement that Zoe's digging? And she's digging another hole to put the earth in. Robert Scott, Wiven Model Railway. How many locos do you own, Jenny? Somewhere over 200. I've never actually added them up recently. Certainly got up to 180 DCC fitted, because I do have a spreadsheet to keep track of those. Russell Benton, right, I'm off, Jenny. Thanks for chat. Stay safe. You too. It's been great having you on the chat. Leslie Gilpin, looks like one or two people's comments are taking time to appear on Top Chat. Never use Top Chat, always watch on live chat, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what Top Chat is supposed to be for. It may be for higher traffic YouTube live streamers, where literally there's thousands of comments coming in. Wardle Road says he agreed to do it in the previous stream, however the pandemic has ruined all my interviews. I had one with New Junction and Mouldy Raspberry planned. Oh, that's a shame actually. Mouldy Raspberry did an interview with New Junction, which was a very interesting one actually. First time I'd ever seen what he looked like. And New Junction is, in fact, the Scarlet Pimpernel. I can never ever actually tie him down to come and visit, although I know he's a very, very busy person. The Rolo Casanova says, did I see a Class 76 on the model shelf, Jenny? Yes, you did. I have got a Class 76 on there. It's a Helgen model. Mark Wilson, yeah, gotta go. I'm a locksmith, so a key worker. Oh, look, I have model tumbleweeds. Ooh, lots of... Actually, I'll show you what I do have. Where have you gone? I literally do have model tumbleweeds. So there we are. That's the Zoe Memorial joke stash. Ah dear. McBenman 1. Hi Jenny. Is there no theme for the video to send in? Send in any video to Zoe at zoerobinson.com for next Sunday's virtual model railway exhibition. But what I've said is actually, if you want a theme to film something to, go for favourite trains and unusual trains. So if you've got a favourite train, love to see a video of that. Or an unusual train, something like maybe if you've got the Bosch Buster railgun, or a breakdown crane, or indeed anything other a little bit unusual. I'd love to see a video of that. Timbersurf asks, why does no one do a hopper wagon like Hornby did years ago that can open to unload? Yeah, it sort of like had the, you know, the added play value. I used to have one of those as a kid. It was great fun. But I don't know. Let's have a look. Hardcore MOH, need more from the roaming cam. The roaming cam is something that, well, I need a longer cable. I'm always worried it's a little bit too... I'm going to move that, actually, because that looks a bit silly there. But there's my box of tumbleweeds and cacti. Little tumbleweed for that one. Key worker, says Flymacherma, absolutely. Theon's Model Railway says, I'm at a contradiction. BR Blue 37, Dutch 37, or Rail Freight Distribution 90. Out of those three, I would personally go for the Rail Freight Distribution Class 90, but that's only because I'm not keen on Dutch, and I've already got a BR Blue 37. FMR Station House, I've got to go. The kids took it out of me today. If I don't get my 5 hours sleep, I can't function. You take care, and hopefully see you next time. Wardle Road, is a box fan unusual enough? Anything you like, actually. In fact, Wardle Road, send in some footage of your layout running. We'd love to have that on the virtual model railway exhibition. Kevin George, yeah, Honor Blackman, the news actually came up earlier on today, so I did know about that. Ham Shackleton says, I nearly had a GT3, but the virus has stopped the production line. Yeah, I think it's slowing down a lot of stuff. The stuff coming through from Hornby is slowed down, but there is announced imminently an awful lot of the GWR liveried, I think they were, Mark III coaches, plus the ones that I've been waiting for, the MSV stone tippler wagons, and really looking forward to those. But we're going to start rounding down. We're coming up on the top of the hour. I've noticed quite a few people are having to go to bed, so we're going to start the wind down. It's been great having you on, and really enjoyed your company through this live stream. No, that camera really doesn't want to do its special thing, does it? Let's see, can we find any other video? That one's working. So, right at the moment where... Oh, I missed a really good one. You'll have some trains hoving into view in a moment. The Class 28's coming round, as is the Class 27. But it's been really good having your company, and I hope you're staying well in these lockdown days. Let's just see, can I... No, for some reason the camera of me really doesn't want to play ball, so don't know what's going on there. But look, it's been great having your company. Don't forget, we've got the virtual model rail exhibition next Sunday from 6 PM UK time. And also we've got a Acura scale wagon review. You did get a sneak peek as it came up out of the fiddle yard of the British Gypsum PFA container flats. We've got a how-to weathering guide video on the Friday. We've got an interview with Fran Burke, it's pre-recorded, coming up on Thursday. Saturday video, I'm trying to remember. Oh yes, that is a Hornby locomotive. We've done a full review of that. But look, you all take great care of yourself, and don't forget to like this video if you haven't already done so, and share it too. Also subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and you'll be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up. But until next time, this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying you take really, really great care of yourself. Stay safe, stay well. Don't put yourself or others at unnecessary risks. Support your local retailers if they're still doing mail order. And happy modelling to you all. Try and keep yourself active and creative. And also there's an awful lot of live streams on YouTube. Don't forget to check out the live stream program guide page on my website, which will hopefully give you an insight to some of the great content that is there to help you from getting the good old cabin fever. Well, not really all that good. But look, you all take great care of yourself. And this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying take care, bye for now. Although Pat Haggerty says, Jen, all the heat from the attic picked up by thermal camera will make police think you're growing weird. It is really well insulated. But look, take care everyone. Bye for now.